lights. Green lights.
All good.
Let's see how we're doing.
Oh yeah, it's just popped up saying you're live.
We're live. Good morning, folks. If you are one of the very first to join us this morning, Planecaster live from Bristol Airport. We're just completing our setup checks, like any good pilots. Concentrating mainly on the departures this morning, but there is an arrival just there in the sky that you can probably just see coming in. Our view doesn't really favour arrivals, but we'll bring them to you as they roll past. That's when you're going to get the main view. Just going to check that we're all good on there. I think so. Let's come back to that. Concentrate on this for a second.
This arrival, so that's Ryanair from Dublin.
Thank you, Pete. So we're here primarily to catch the departures here on a Saturday morning at the airport, but there are a few arrivals which we'll bring to you, and we can kind of generally get through this fence, which is quite handy with the manual focus here. So as Pete said, Ryanair just arriving.
737
800, that is, I can tell you that.
Yeah, it is. 19 years of service.
All right, there we are. Just seeing now, folks, you can probably see how much of a wonk I've got going on the camera, so I'm just going to correct that now while we can. That's better.
Is this the earliest Planecaster's ever been?
Actually, I've been here at close to 5 o'clock before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the summer we have the 6 a.m. rush onwards is absolutely crazy. Multiple flights, you know, like due to go out at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then 6:05, 6:10. So you can imagine it's quite the queue.
Absolutely. There's a few lining up to depart. There's another Ryanair just about to take off.
On the run. Okay, we'll switch to that in just a second.
That's also a 737-8.
It's not quite as light as the pictures might suggest this morning, folks. The thing is doing quite a good job of bringing up the light. So let's zoom back out and catch this departure now. Just so you know, Pete, I'm going to swing round there. Just I don't take you out this part.
I'll hang behind the barrier.
Right, so get back. Absolutely beautiful morning here, isn't it, Pete?
Oh,
it's
fresh.
lovely. It's
nice clear.
Yeah, fresh.
No wind.
Freezing cold hands, but yeah, the wind. And actually, the wind is interesting because it was due to be a northerly, not particular serious crosswind, but you can see that the plane's taking much longer to lift off. Their lift-off point is much further down the runway, I would say, than usual,
today.
Due to the lack of wind.
So let's see what the METAF is. So there's a 3 kilowatt kilowatt 3 knots crosswind. That's because of this self build I'm doing. Yeah, a 3 knot crosswind today, 1 degree wind chill.
Feels worse than that.
It certainly does.
Any of these for you?
Oh, I might take you up on that.
The hand warmers are already being issued. Standard issue if you're on Planecaster. Got somewhere for rubbish in here when you're done.
Stick it in the pocket, it's not a problem.
Alright, no worries. They all you do is just like take them out of the packet and they'll be warm within a few seconds. As soon as they react with the air. Something else rolling now, folks. We'll bring that to you. absolute disaster, Pete. I think I've forgot to bring my new invention from last week.
Oh no,
it is here.
glove.
It is here. It is here.
We're saved.
Best thing ever. It's designed for scraping the ice off your car and not getting cold hands, because the scraper can go right through, but it's also very good for sticking on the go arm here.
I was quite impressed. It works very well.
It's quite a good solution, isn't it? Well, I've actually put that on, and I shouldn't have put it on, so I may not be able to use it
It's always
today.
when the challenge presents is simple to resolve.
I know. Mr. Crisp, good morning to you. Welcome. I'm going to say hi to Ben as well from Swissport, who got in touch with us.
Is he working today?
He now I think he is working today. I can't. You know, I had this complete conversation, and because it's like more than 2 days ago, I've obviously forgotten. Let's have a quick watch of this one, and then I'll follow that one up. Right there.
There is a jet to just AGS.
Okay.
And she will be Tenerife.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so I sent a video to the gentleman from Swissport, and they were pushing back that KLM, but it was a German Airways plane. Do you remember seeing that?
Vaguely, I do.
Yeah, and he was under the impression that could well have been him. So it's cool to capture the amazing people who work here. Oh, I see the jet you're speaking of. We've got that right in frame. See, if the planes are at this end, the western end of the apron, then we get quite good views here because we can go through the fence there. But in terms of EasyJet land, obviously where we normally are at Felton Common is a better situation.
Yeah, a lot of people impressed with that.
Yeah, well, it's a great location. Anybody can go. Going on in the distance, and
quite impressed
because where we are normally, we're right effectively by somebody's business. So
yes,
we don't want to go there at that time in the morning because it's going to cause everybody to be alarmed. We come up this end for the early morning shifts, but sometimes when they're coming on 09, it's not a bad angle, and we do get, if we go over the other side of the runway there, almost directly opposite, we get some great views of the pilots coming, some good mood, so that's quite cool.
Definitely.
I can hear an engine snarling. Let's go back down there.
I reckon that Jet 2 over there is starting to be moved.
Yeah, where they're tugged out as well. I guess they, depending on how they're parked, sometimes they do.
Yeah.
As well as push back. Sometimes you do get the planes. I've noticed that actually here.
Absolutely. This EasyJet here is on the left.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They had all the snow piled up there.
Right up here.
So we left, and there was horrendous snow. And 2 weeks later we came back, and the pile of snow was still there. And I came back lobster pink.
Not too much snow in Tenerife then.
No. There was a bit on Mount Teely.
Oh yeah.
They'd go pay a visit.
I got some great views of that on my trip to Gran Canaria. It's the primary thing. If you sit on the right hand side of the plane, you will see that sticking above the clouds, and it just looks absolutely stunning.
Absolutely brilliant. A little bit gutted my Zurich trip's been cancelled.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, you were looking forward to that.
I
as well.
was. Yeah.
Because if you were going to go from Heathrow, I was thinking about that. You might have been on either do Air Baltic fly there
I didn't
or
look
Swiss
into
Air?
it.
Because you might have gone on an Airbus 220, which would have been a lovely trip.
Would have been very nice, wouldn't it? And
Yeah.
it would have been yesterday. We would have gone as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we would have had the weekend.
Their loss is our gain, though. So Pete Wright joining us on Planecaster this morning. I should just introduce you, Pete. You're a fellow spotter here. You were with us last week and told us about the wonders of ADSP,
That's right.
the data that comes from the
Simple little dongle.
simple bit of equipment. If you want to look back at last week's show, Pete explains it in detail. You can also take a look at your website, can't you?
Yeah, there's an array of data on there.
So that's pliw.co.uk.
That's right.
Yep. Have a look at that, and you'll be as soon as you hit that, you'll see a list of loads of different things, which Pete is picking up from his residence just down the way here from the airport, and picking up various signals. And the latest thing this morning is quite exciting.
Iridium.
And if you've heard, it's a satellite system, isn't it?
Yes.
Satellite communications.
It's it was a mesh network before Starlink, and it's in the next phase. They call it next gen.
Yep.
And yeah, I've started tinkering with that, and I've got it working at last.
That's pretty neat, isn't it?
It's amazing with how much information I'm getting.
Yeah.
So I'm getting 385 messages a second.
From the skies. That is just astounding, isn't it? You've just reminded me I need to turn my own system on. Turn my own alerts and comms on.
But again, like you say, with the glove, the simple technology, the antenna connection, just purely for test, I just put a jiffy bag, not a jiffy bag, a sandwich bag, just over the top.
There you go.
Really simple.
Sometimes it's all you need, isn't it?
I just wanted to get it running ASAP, so it works. And
Yeah.
like you saw, ring.
That's what I was looking at it and thinking. I think I see what's going on here now, because some of these satellites are moving, aren't they? So
Yeah.
All of them
speed of a bullet.
yeah. Who's this? 23 bets.
Oh, that's
Morning,
Rich.
chaps. Oh, okay. Morning, Rich. Rich says cracking sunrise this morning. Looking forward to the stream.
Get out of bed, Rich. Get out there.
You're very welcome to join us this morning. Thank you very much for checking in on the chat.
That's the iridium there. Do you want me to pan that round?
Yeah, on that in front of the camera. Let's see if you can. I can focus on it today. So what you can see there is the blue rings are the coverage areas, aren't
Yeah.
they? And there's a red. What's the red called marker?
So the little lines are the satellite.
That is the
passing.
satellite. That's what I thought, because they were going at quite a rate, weren't
Yeah,
they?
a number of.
Yeah, yes. And that's how they get that continuous kind of coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
fantastic.
the blue rings randomly appear, so I do get coverage over Iceland as well.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing. Brilliant. Thank you, Pete.
It's all right.
Let's go back to the gentleman. Remember that bit, gentlemen? As is normal, the crew will be dimming the cabin lights. If you wish to continue reading, there is a light above your
Is she at
seat.
the end of the ramp, is she?
No, she's just there.
Oh yeah, I see it here. Rich says thanks for the shout out.
There you go. Right. We've got some great news incoming, but I can't give it to you at our good friends at. It's a great app, and it just looks brilliant. Honestly, give Radar Box a try. They supply all our data. Got some good news incoming about that. But I can't share it yet. Very kindly helps me with test data, has helped build me a rig here to pick up the data myself. It's all going really well. I encountered some new concepts in the language I'm developing it in last week. Concepts I hadn't actually covered at work, which is a bit annoying. Mind you, it'd be okay for work now when I do it.
You spotted the EasyJet just right.
Oh yeah,
Barcelona.
there it is. Oh, perfect. Thank you. So we've got the app, which should look great. More developments with our on-screen graphics coming very, very soon. And of course, I know I say it every week, but honestly, trust me, it's going really well.
I must admit, the fluidity of what I've tested.
Yeah.
I'm seriously impressed.
And the runway inspections going on at the moment, actually. That EasyJet patiently. Looks like he's doing burn on the runway.
I think he's trying to copy my driving style. That
I knew it was Pete coming around here because he came up and like went into the parking space on 2 wheels. It's like absolutely amazing. Handbrake turned straight in. Job done.
Oh, if you're going to be a stunt man all your life, don't stop.
So there's going to be a little queue for takeoff just while this runway. I think that's probably done. And sorry about this view, folks. It's better once they're in the air, to be honest. That looks like it's going to roll any second. I'll turn the camera around a minute and see if also we can show you a little bit of the Welsh coastline where I've come from this morning. Because the view up here is great. One of the advantages of being up on here.
Oh, it's brilliant. She's off.
On the roll. I'm just going to swing around there again, Pete.
Yeah.
So, you know. As you can see, incredibly smooth air, not really being battered at all.
No, beautifully smooth.
Quite a noticeable adjustment there to the pitch. Actually, that's quite interesting. After that initial quite sharp climb, not levelling out, but just slowing down the rate of climb, I believe. That's zoom back.
Yeah, it's quite a strong headwind directly into them.
Oh right, okay. I'm really surprised to hear that because we're not feeling it, are we? Is it once they're up?
It is definitely once they're up.
Oh right, 33 miles an hour.
Yeah, it did peak at 43.
Crikey.
So like you were saying, they're using the full length of the runway to get up. So,
well, they paid the full fee to use their runway, so they might as well use all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's just a quick look over it to the sunrise there. Look at that.
That's stunning, isn't it?
Looking beautiful, isn't it? Lovely stuff. Mind you, red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning.
That's what they reckon.
That's going to be for my hangover tomorrow morning, Pete. That's what that warning's for, let me tell you.
I'm still doing dry January. Not intentionally, but just haven't had a beer. I just realised there's all frost on the floor, so it's quite chilly up there.
It is, yeah. Although I don't think it's... I don't know about you, my car wasn't frosted over though.
No.
It was just wet on the screen this morning.
Mine was alright actually.
Yeah, so that was easy enough.
Quite nice considering I washed it yesterday.
Yeah. Jet 2, the one you saw pushing back here. Did you say that was Tenerife, Pete?
Yeah, TFS.
Oh, beautiful.
Tenerife South.
Lovely. So in 4 hours or so, they will be landing in the sun, out of the airport, into the economy, beer in hand, or a Coca-Cola. If you fancy, frankly. The main thing is it'll be in the beautiful Canary Islands.
Absolutely. Shall we? Let's have a look. See how nice it is over there.
Definitely getting sort of more manageably light now, isn't it?
So compared to our Chile,
yeah,
it would be 24.
That'll do nicely, folks. Let's all get on a plane. Come down to the airport. We'll get on a plane. Get a Tenerife.
Left two of us behind. So yeah, the app, it's 3 degrees here, and our high will be 8.
My word. Terry Slater, even early from Bristol Airport this morning. I've many things, so apologies. It's an early stream, but I thought you'd rather have a stream than no stream, and that's what the reason is for being here. So, no doubt, got a busy day ahead. Pete is one of the busiest people on earth.
So went down to Teignmouth, then come back up through Bath, Bristol, Solihull, Wolverhampton, Wednesbury, all the way up to Lichfield, and chatted. So
and then back home, and you had to drop it all off in the yard as well, didn't you?
Back home, back to the yard, and then from the yard back home. So when we joked to everyone on site, through the front door at 4 minutes past midnight, Thursday morning.
Early again, were you?
Yeah. Little one had me up at 7. Admittedly, it was a bit of an easy. Well, on the other
That is absolutely amazing.
I was really hoping to be able to go into Southampton to pop in the airport.
Yeah.
It was a bit awkward in the big van. So we've just had a few likes on the Bristol Airport Spotters page.
Yes.
So James McDermott, Ben Price, Rob Sadler, John Longdon, Andrew Harvey, and Paul in Evans for the like.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you. Come and join us. We are broadcasting on Facebook this morning, or at least we should be. But any messages you leave on there, we won't see, I'm afraid, until after the stream. So if you want to come in and join the chat action, join us at YouTube.
There was also a free comment or Facebook Planecast. Keith, Raymond Corder, morning Danny.
That's my father.
Morning Dad.
Morning Dad. All right. How's it going? Welcome to the early stream. Which is much more of a dad time. Is up.
Yeah, every day for me.
Yeah. Fine.
But yeah, today's an exceptionally busy one.
I just given that's our friends at Goblin Park. If you ever want to, there's loads of parking options here at Bristol Airport, including Northern's, which will save money. If you Bristol Airport website, you'll get a voucher straight away. But also, just to let you know, Goblin, we've used those, and big fan of their ride to and from the terminal. Takes you right round the runway. It takes you right round this road that we've come up on here. They're based just down. They've got a beautiful sunrise over it, and they'll bring you on the van right round past us.
Yeah, nice view.
Yeah, all the way down the road that's beside us here, and then you'll go right round the end of the runway, right back along this side, and then down there where you just turn just before where that EasyJet is. So it's a lovely little trip.
We've got a friend right in front of us.
Yeah, Robin. See if I can get that on the camera. Wildlife TV. Is it still there?
Yeah, now.
See my camera work on what's it called? What's the David Attenborough series? Blue Planet.
BBC Blue Planet.
With skills like that.
I think someone's turned the light switch on. It's gone really light all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? Let me have in fact, I'm just going to have a quick look over here. I don't know what I can zoom through here. I've got kind of a weird camera position. But what you're looking at, that's the M5. I think we're looking at the M5 down there with all that traffic on. We're then boat out at sea.
Yeah, I can be really sad and give you some details on that.
Let's do that, Pete. This is another thing. Like, Pete, honestly, it's not just aircraft. Pete knows everything about anything that's trackable.
So, from home, I am running an AIS station which tracks vessels. What have we got?
You can see it's moving as well, Pete. Like
yeah.
It's going at quite a rate though. I'm having to move.
So that is the MSC Nicoletta 2.
Right.
She is just left Port Redock on the 28th of January.
Tomorrow? Is that tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh. Happy voyages. Newport there, I'm trying to work out. Hang on, what's that? That's the bridge. The red lights of the bridge.
Yeah, Newport, Redwick.
Cardiff. I think that's more Newport there, and then Cardiff. I don't know if we'll see Cardiff from this angle because of the way. Lots of red lights down there. Lots of cranes in Cardiff at the moment.
And then Cardiff slightly to the left.
Down there, is it just my imagination?
I
thought we just don't want to miss the plane action, folks. That's what we're actually here for.
So Ryanair just pushed back, I believe.
Let's
have a look. Yeah, it certainly is.
Focus on that.
So a 737-8 after Rizal.
800 or a 8AS.
8AS.
Yeah, so 8AS, what that is, that's a customer code relating to the customer in question, and that 737 means that it's an 800, that's what the 8 means, but the AS is the standard, is the spec. So like Ryanair's will be like, remove everything.
Yeah,
remove the handy nets that sit in front of you and hold all the stuff in while you're flying, you know, from the seat pocket in front of you. It's effectively remove the seat pocket, so that's what 8AS means. And it's like that is all of theirs will be called that, unless they buy a plane from someone else, and then they might get the numbers.
Another runway inspection.
Yeah.
Jet 2. Quite accommodating.
EasyJet holidays actually do 23 now, but it's an easy rather than an EasyJet regular flight.
Movement you've got with EasyJet without having a passport.
In the UK,
yeah, I was really surprised at that.
Good morning. Said hello to Terry. Terry says it's frosty here in Wellington. Good morning, everyone, and hello to you, Emma. Welcome to the channel. I can see we're getting the occasional glitch this morning, guys. We are at the other end of the runway, and the signal's probably not as good as it is normally. So we'll add that. We've got a better service than we ever did have, but occasionally you will notice it might just blank out a little bit.
Terry just say he's in Wellingborough.
He is.
This is getting a smaller world.
Yeah, you were talking about this last time.
So I'm from that neck of the woods. So
yep.
Kettering is where I was born.
Right. Okay.
I grew up in Earthlinborough, but all my family's Wellingborough and Northampton. So yeah, small world.
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere down
There's a load of that's another by-election place, isn't it, at the moment? Like it's politics is kicking off, isn't it? Like I think that there's going to be a by-election there later in February.
Me.
Yeah, Peter Bone was the MP there, and he's been
yeah, wherever I go, I can't escape.
dispatched. No, there you go. We'll have to see if we can find someone from Kettering now.
It's a nightmare. Like, I can walk along a beach. I guarantee I'll bump into someone.
It is crazy, isn't it, how that works?
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, I'm sure other people can relate to that, going on holiday and then just like in the middle of Spain and suddenly seeing someone you know or your neighbour or something daft.
I think the worst one is when you're the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just go grab a coffee and one of your regulars at the pub says, I'll get that. I'm like, oh.
It just feels wrong, doesn't it? It just feels like, what would the chances of that be, you know?
This is Sydney. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Certainly is. I was quite interested to find out how the airport's getting on with the move to scanners, the new scanners. Have you heard? So
this is so you can take the larger liquid volume.
yes, but definitely not yet. You need to,
Yes.
just to be very, very clear, you need to come to the airport as you always have done, and you need to make sure everything is configured as it always has done.
Yeah, there's a deadline, isn't there?
There is, but there absolutely aren't any changes. But I did get a statement from the airport on this, which I will read out to you very quickly before.
And this is UK wide as well, isn't it?
This is for transport to deliver the security requirements and welcome the introduction of new technology. However, and this is really important, folks, customers should be reminded current hand luggage restrictions remain in that you luggage throw away stuff that you it's open. You know, as it should do, but the machines that are going in are so heavy that some of the airports have had to have their air for them, but it's a fact if you put 10 of them in,
Yeah. So you just process. I think I read something about it's using a new type of spectrum or something.
About to will bring for you. I don't know where it's going. I can't see that one on the right. We'll call him. It's got access to everything.
So
Manually focus. Those older engines, you can definitely notice they're putting out a little bit more smoke. I mean, they're not that old, but they're definitely previous generation now.
yeah,
Following the introduction of the Maxes and the Neos.
it's a 13-year-old
flight coming up, Pete?
We do. There's an Aer Lingus appeared.
Oh yeah,
that's off to Dublin. So our favourite.
Look, down there. So I'm off from the airport on Thursday.
Anywhere nice?
I'm going to Glasgow.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
Yeah, it probably won't be very warm. It's not going to be Tenerife class in terms of weather, but yeah, I'm heading down there. So I'm out at about something like that, or 7 p.m. on Thursday night. Land in Glasgow, obviously just about an hour later. Yeah, we've got that prop on camera.
I think that's a Planecaster challenge since that, isn't it?
What's that then?
Anyone about?
Oh yeah,
Danny.
Yeah. I always put out a call, but I've not been successful yet. So if anybody is spotting, Thursday evening I'm on that one. It's likely one. I am landing back on the Sunday at about 4 o'clock if it's on time. I think something like 4:30, 4 o'clock, whatever. It's the inbound EasyJet from Glasgow, so that would be great to be. If anybody is spotting or videoing, I would love to see that from the angle. The only time I've ever done that is there is the Lanzarote webcam.
Okay.
It's a fixed cam, so the shots aren't that interactive or particularly interesting. But I did see us land in a Dreamliner in there in July 2020, just as things are starting to reopen for COVID again.
Well, I'm seeing this device here, this black unit, near us on the runway side, and several times I've wondered about.
Yeah. And it just doesn't seem to be a priority, I think, and I imagine.
I don't think this is not his help.
No. Hearing what Pete's sort of through there is that the vision here is nowhere near as good as it used to be because of the introduction of some solar panels. The airport's got a big ecological target to reach, and the solar array is helping them with that, but unfortunately it's at the expense of the view from this part of the road here, which is why you won't find me up here in terms of streaming, because as you can see we have to stream through the fence and it's not the best view you get, whereas Felton Common, when it's landing traffic, I just don't think you can beat it. I just don't think you can beat it at all.
And if your central line, that wake turbulence is phenomenal.
In fact, that's a nice. I mean, they are landing over Felton Common today. We're just not there because it's early, and I don't want to disrupt the place where we film from at that time of the morning. But I have to say, folks, big up to the Goblin parking again. There's all right, here we go. They're off now. So if you are going to go and spot on Felton Common, you will see great views from the top. I mean, you might approach from the bottom, but if you go basically more towards the bottom, you will actually find a big gap, and the runway centre line is right in front of you. The runway lights will be in front of you. Watch when a plane, or listen when a plane lands over you, a big plane like like more of a 737, an Airbus, rather than what we're looking at on the camera now, the ATR. And you will hear wake turbulence, and it's such an awesome noise, and it will sound like a bit of something, wind whirling very fast, like a tornado above your head. It's not dangerous. It's not dangerous to humans anyway. And it's basically the sound of the disruption to the air that's been knocked up by the wingtips primarily, and the wings. And if there was smoke in the air or actually cloud, you will see the spiral. You just get this amazing spiral as well in the wake of the plane, and and the vapor trail, as Pete mentions. So it's really really worth doing that if you're into your spotting.
I think if you could relate it to a film, I think it would be that scene out of Wayne's World where they're sat on the car bonnets at the end of the runway.
Oh yeah, blimey, that's a classic scene, isn't it? I'd forgotten about that.
I wouldn't recommend the car on Felton Common, but certainly a picnic blanket in the summer is not a bad idea.
Nicholas Taylor says good morning from Leamington Spa. We say good morning to you. Leamington Spa, is that kind of Midlands, West, East Midlands?
Yeah,
East Midlands. There you go. I haven't been there.
I was quite surprised when I was at the NEC how busy BHX was.
Yeah, it is a very busy airport.
And very close to the NEC as well.
Yeah, well, I didn't realise that it was close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I Never.
First thing I did was just open the window and what jet fuel can I smell?
So this is your, I presume this is going back to Dublin. It's come from Dublin. It normally goes to Dublin. There's no reason it's going anywhere different today.
It's a very quick turnaround, isn't it? Straight in, straight out.
Yeah, well, there's much, I mean, what's there, 50, 60 people on that at best. First prop of the day here at Raincast. And also, an incredibly light takeoff there, I would say, because the height that is at already is staggering. I mean, I know they're a different breed, but that is amazing.
No messing.
That's an interesting red light there. I've never seen that red light on the side. You can just see it on the sort of forward of the wing. Never noticed that before. But red is port side, isn't it? So it must be a port and a starboard thing. There we are. Very pleased with this new sticker, Pete. Can you see it on there? Oh, yes. I can't quite see it, but it says... Hang on a second, can I focus it? Come see our new sticker, folks. It says live stream broadcast in progress. It's not that exciting.
I think it's good.
Looks really official though. Alright, let's have a look, see what's going on the apron, shall we? So this is the area that Pete mentioned where all the snow was piled up in 2019, you say?
Yeah.
The pre-COVID year, of course. And there's a Ryanair there with the... Actually, they've got the steps up. Ryanair airplanes are interesting because they've got the steps built in. Did you know that? Have you seen that before? The front steps, anyway.
Yeah, on the front.
But having said that, I don't know if the Maxes have got them. Be interesting.
I don't think they do.
Right. Oh, so that's my. I haven't told you about this. So I've got another flight. I've got Alicante on March the 8th out of this airport and back on the Sunday. So I'm going out on the Friday, back on the Sunday. Both times it's 7 a.m. so it's a morning flight, and then it's a day flight on the way back, about 11 o'clock or so. I've got a Max ride on the way back. My first 737 Max ride if they don't change the plane. And
cross them.
Yeah.
This Ryanair, she's off to Dublin.
Where is that? The one that's just moving now?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I think the back end's facing towards us.
I think they're going to catch up with the ATR and overtake it substantially.
It's going to be a race, isn't it?
It'd be interesting to see what the runway times are. What the arrival times are at Dublin Airport for those planes, actually. Have a quick peek. So, if I go there... In fact, let's go from the horse's mouth and go Dublin Airport arrivals.
Just have a look to see what might be coming in.
This definitely won't be the busiest. Oh, there's some. Is that something on the roll now? Yes, there is something on the roll. Oh no, it's not. It's a truck.
Yeah.
Excuse me. One of the many security trucks that come past us. So.
There's nothing showing for coming in at all, so it's very quiet.
So the Bristol does get into Dublin first, and then the Ryanair does get to Dublin 15 minutes before the one that just took off.
Oh, okay.
Love it. That's the difference between jet speed.
So at the minute there's a 3-minute head start.
Yeah.
At the minute.
Mind you. It's just starting to move now, actually. So yeah, that's quite funny. That view behind there, by the way, I sometimes give you from Felton Common. That is Dundry Hill with the two aerials, and if you sit on the right-hand side of the aircraft, from your perspective, when you come into land, you will see that out your window if it's daylight.
Yes,
ideally, it should be beside you and below you. Not the same height.
It's quite scary. I've been out there quite a few times, and the view you get
Well,
across Bristol.
Now, Pete, that's really interesting because I've been looking for a place. I would love to do a stream from up there. I don't know what the connectivity's like up there for a start, but I would love to do a stream, especially if we could see right down onto the runway. But I haven't yet found a spot. I had a little drive up there for a scout, but I haven't found a spot where I feel I could stop. It's all going to be private land, isn't it?
There is a lay-by that you can park in.
Yeah.
And then it's a public bridleway, and you walk across, and that takes you in front of the 2 transmission towers.
Oh wow! But we're not looking. We're looking Bristol way though.
And you literally go round the corner and just over the fence, and then you've got the view down into Bristol.
I wonder if
into BRS.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh my god! I need to see that. Oh my god! I wish I wasn't busy today, otherwise I'd be trying to get a location from you.
I went in the summer.
So you can see down onto the runway.
I didn't go that far, but the planes were level with me, which was
which is
quite
wonderful.
disorientating. But I went up there again to try and do some radio stuff, and from what I was trying to do, I needed some other kit because of the transmissions taking place. You got Bristol radio, GWR, quite a few, some TV service as well. It's quite an impressive setup. But it is fantastic views, especially for the balloon fiesta as well.
Oh yeah. Now that'd be another great show to do, wouldn't it? But although possibly you don't get balloons and aircraft together in the same kind of picture, do you? That's the thing.
A few years ago we had that the Typhoon for the display.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that was good. That was quite loud.
I was living in Bristol then. I remember the noise.
And then now and then you might get a Spitfire pass through.
Yeah. Richard, that ATR should pass over me in Cardiff soon. Richard, that's where I'm from. And good morning to Cardiff in that case. Ben Price Aviation, morning all. Happy Saturday and happy spotting. Thank you, Ben. Same to you.
Danny, I've got to commend these handballs. They're brilliant, aren't
they? They are absolutely the best things ever. I buy them in bulk now for the winter. There will be a point where the whole address for Planecaster is to how cool you can get rather than how hot you can get. But today we're definitely on the heating mode, aren't we?
We are.
So that Ryanair is holding, possibly they're just doing their own start-up bits. Departures today are on the westerly runway 27. We're right at the if it was 09 today, this here is the actual touchdown spot. So the touchdown zone or marker. And the end of the runway is just there, not too far away. So, I'm saying not too far away, but the distance between there and there is actually quite a lot, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah.
It's just because the runway's so wide as well. It always looks shorter than it is, I think. The Bristol runway, I know the Bristol runway isn't the longest runway at any airport by any stretch of the imagination, but it's certainly not the shortest.
It's also not the flattest.
Certainly not the flattest. Yeah, you can see that from our angle here. I don't know if I zoom out whether you can kind of see you can see the curve. We lose sight of the lights just about there, and then uphill all the way, and then there's that kind of little hump, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's a unique airport. Right, the Ryanair is taxiing now. They're off to Dublin, aren't they? So they're aiming still to beat the Aer Lingus. So we have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
That'll be really cool. If you're new to the channel this morning, folks, please do press that subscribe button. It won't cost you anything at all, but it will make a big difference to spreading the word of the channel, and it's much appreciated. We normally have what I would describe as a better view than this, but primarily this morning it is departures, so that's why we've placed ourselves in this position. Plus it's an early morning stream, which I wouldn't normally do, but I've got loads on today and I had to try and fit it in somewhere rather than leave you high and dry. Next weekend, no stream, I'm afraid.
Right.
But I will try and get some shorts from my flights to Glasgow and back.
So is this business or pleasure?
Pleasure.
Nice.
I'm going to do first of all I'm going to see my kids because they're up there on the Friday, and then I'm going to on the Saturday my mate Simon has flown up as well. Let's just catch this and I'll tell you the rest of this in a second. Right, This is the second Dublin departure in a row. The first was that Aer Lingus ATR. And looking at the schedules, this convincingly should beat it, even though it's taken off 10 minutes later at least.
There's 9 minutes ahead is the Aer Lingus.
So we should have the results of that in about an hour. I mean, I think that ATR probably takes anything up to 70 passengers. I don't actually know, but I'm going to take a guess. This Ryanair up to 189. But the Ryanair is climbing quite sharply, so I wouldn't say that it's full by any stretch of the imagination. I might be wrong, but that's much sharper than a lot of the planes we've seen today.
So the Aer Lingus is just outside of Merthyr Tydfil.
Right. It'd be interesting to know what point it speeds up. Actually, it kind of goes past it.
So she's cruising just below 15,000 feet, 209 miles an hour.
200. Right.
And Ryanair is doing 235 and climbing, both speed and altitude.
Already.
Yeah. So just starting to move on the apron is an EasyJet off to Chernobyl.
I think I see it.
And I can hear it way above, and it's just gone through them clouds there where that vapour trail is above us.
Oh yeah, where's that going?
So that's off to Halifax from Cologne.
Nova Scotia, isn't it, I think, that area?
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's very cold.
It's very cold.
So it's minus 54 on that flight at the minute.
Which is approximately the temperature of my hands at the moment. But the hand warmers, I'm going to give them another go. Let's have a quick look at the chat here. Hello, Bom Dia from Barnaby Gomez. Welcome back. Nice to see you again. We are live from Bristol Airport this morning. I must keep remembering my microphone's not attached to me. We are live from Bristol Airport this morning. I'm Danny, this is Pete who's with me this morning.
Morning.
And we are spotting and enjoying the sights this morning. If you're a member of the Bristol spotting community, you'll know exactly where we are here at Winters Lane. Not my normal location. I prefer Feltham Common, but like I say, we've done an early start today, and where we base ourselves, we're next to a business, and I don't want to disrupt that business at that time of the morning. It just doesn't seem a very neighbourly thing to do, so I've come up here. Look at that. It's an unauthorised flight up there above the runway.
I can't identify that one.
Is it transmitting ADSB?
It's off radar, that one.
I'm not sure that's an authorised flight plan. Let's see what's going on the apron. You know, we've got this fence, but the beauty is, with the autofocus, the manual focus, sorry, we can zoom right through it and actually see fine.
It would be amazing if it did the little round cutouts for camera lenses.
Yeah, that would be. I've seen that. Some other airports do it, don't they?
They do, and it quite easily doable.
All quiet down there at the minute. We knew there'd be a bit of a lull this morning. There will be some arrivals, and while we don't catch the touchdown of those arrivals, they do roll right past us, like in front of our eyes. So we get a very, very good view of anything that does come in. So we'll be looking forward to that. There are definitely arrivals. They just probably haven't taken off yet, which tends to make them a little bit invisible. And that's Grenoble down there, isn't it? You said that one there?
Yes. Yeah. Right. I wonder how many people are going to come up here today, because it's nice, beautiful day.
It's a nice day for it. It's not chucking it down.
No, no wind. The windsock over there is barely moving.
Let's have a look what Pete's talking about there. There you go. We're kind of running. We're perpendicular to the runway. Is that the right word? Or adjacent? Yeah. We're at a direct angle to the runway, and that's so you can see it's coming across from the south, but it's not anything to worry. Certainly not feeling it here particularly, are you?
Not like last week.
Yeah, last week was that was special.
It was good. But it's definitely gone warmer again. I believe we've got this for the next couple of weeks, someone was saying.
Yeah, and it actually, like in between now last week, and just trying to think. Yeah, it's in the last week. It got super warm, didn't it?
Yeah.
It was like a massive increase in temperature.
Yeah,
and then
Thursday, I think the van read 13 degrees at one stage.
Honestly, it's positively tropical. I was almost in my trunks.
Well, they plain caster branded.
Yeah, I ought to do that. Really, yeah. That's the next obvious evolution of the channel is plain caster pants. Everybody else would concentrate on caps, wouldn't they, and t-shirts?
Yeah.
Not me. I got
From the bottom up.
Oh, let me tell you what I'm going to do in Glasgow. Then I've got to tell you about this Plaincaster t-shirt I ordered, which is terrible. I might give it away, actually. It's a competition. If anybody's going to wear it, it'd be a shame to wear it. Anyway, I'll come back to that. The Glasgow has a subway. Actually has a subway system.
Okay.
An underground, and it's a big loop. Not even a particularly big loop, but it's a loop. It's called the Clockwork Orange because it's got, you can go round Clockwork. That's the outer line, I think, and the inner line is basically if you go the other direction. So it's the same line. All stops, all the lines, both lines stop at all the stations. So I don't know why they call it like a separate line. Anyway, we're going to go up there. We're going to use a random spinner app on the phone. We're going to go X amount of stations, whatever the phone tells us. We're going to get out and find the nearest pub. Have a wee dram or a small drink, like because we're going to drink responsibly, obviously.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want anybody to think anything. And then we're going to run the spinner again when we've had our nice drink, and then we're going to get back on the tube, and we're going to go to the next station, to the next thing, and we're going to attempt to do that and not get into any trouble, and it's called the Glasgow Subcrawl, and I think actually the proper Glasgow Subcrawl is that you just go from station to station. Let me see how many there are actually. Tyler John, good morning. Hiya, thanks for joining us. Let's have a look. Glasgow Subway.
We a few years ago we did something similar in Portishead, just a pub crawl.
Oh yeah.
Regrettably, some of the pubs have closed. So, for example, one used to be called the Royal Oak, and it's now a Tesco's. So everyone's like, "Oh, what are we going to do?" I was like, "Well, Tesco sells alcohol, don't they?"
It does.
And they're like, "Yeah." I was like, "Just go get a tinny."
So there you go.
That was one of the stops into Tesco's and get a tinny.
It's 15 stations on the Glasgow Subway. It's one of the oldest in the world. Actually, the third. Transit system in Europe after the Londonderground. And Budapest Metro. It's one of the very few railways in the world with a track running gauge of 4 foot wide. Now, that is actually hilarious because they're tiny, these trains. I don't know if you can see from that picture how short they are.
Jesus. They're quite futuristic as well, aren't they?
They are brand new actually. They're brand new trains, but they are. You get in and you're immediately like that. You have to.
So 15 stops. How many of them are you intending?
Yeah, well, that's 15 Diet Cokes, and and we'll say no more about it. And we won't do everyone.
EasyJet's starting to come round.
Yep. There's something wrong there now. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm an old man. I couldn't drink to that level, but me, as is Simon, which you won't thank me for saying, but we'll have a nice day anyway, and then the day always finishes in a Pizza Express. It's just a rule, and that's dinner, and that signifies the end of the evening. That'll be 9 o'clock, but we'll probably start at midday, to be fair. Right, just waiting for our next departure now. EasyJet to Grenoble. That was it.
Yeah,
it's been taken ages, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's certainly been waiting. Whilst doing that, let's have a look and see how the Ryanair and Aer Lingus race is taking part.
Oh yeah, I love this. Regular updates. This is what you can do when you've got an extra pair of hands, Pete. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
So, Carmarthen is just coming up for the Aer Lingus.
Yep.
Ryanair is...
It's 370 miles an hour. What's the other one doing?
287.
It's doing 100 miles an hour. 90 miles an hour more. This is going to be fun. All right, here's your EasyJet departure, folks.
That could be a great example for the speed awareness course. Can you actually gain time?
feels like very benign conditions on the ground, but as you say, once in the air, they're definitely sort of showing.
There's a bit of buffer, isn't there?
Yeah.
So yeah, I registered 39 mile an hour on that one then. It's still super smooth.
Yeah, I mean it was definitely noticeable last week. We did watch. I don't know if you remember. We watched one of the Ryanairs take off to Krakow.
Yep.
And that had a few bumps. I actually knew a couple of people on that plane. I didn't realise it at the time.
So it was quite interesting just watching that one pass directly over where I'll be tonight, causing mayhem. And yeah, you can see why at the height they're at.
Yeah.
Why we'll be
you can see,
contacting Bristol. And
so if you, I don't know what you're allowed to say and what you're not, but if you want to mention that, feel free.
Yeah, so
it's an interesting subject because it has all to do with safety, isn't it? Aviation safety.
yes, it is another form of work as well as a hobby. But I am a pyrotechnician, and we've got a display tonight at Cadbury House. So there is a NOTAM in place. The rules have changed. You can do them 7 days. We operate on a 30.
Oh right, okay.
Regardless, but admittedly this is a last minute booking, so
Yeah.
we've had a notice in, and yeah, as a result we have to notify the airport that we're there, that it's going ahead still.
This is
very
very much in that takeoff path, isn't it?
Yeah, so literally that EasyJet was directly over it, and the height, the projectiles from the fireworks that go in tonight will be in the direct path.
Would they go to the height that would be a problem?
So typically they'll hold a flight for us to do the display.
Ah, right. And then when it's in line like that.
Yeah,
And so
in
close.
the summer we did a big pyro musical there, and there was a Hercules. Didn't want to stop. And
They're used to worse.
absolutely, and chatting to someone who was working with that, the comment back was it was like being back in Helmand. So I was quite happy with that.
I bet the colours were nicer though, in terms of the fire, all the pretty fireworks.
I've never had someone send me pictures from them flying through it, so that would be pretty cool to see.
I'm going to I don't know if anybody in the control tower is watching us today, but we're going to give them a quick wave and a quick shout this morning. Always doing an amazing job here. Sometimes posts the most amazing shots before and after shifts from their vantage point up there in the tower.
The sunrise pictures are absolutely amazing.
You'll find them on the Bristol Airport Spotting, won't you? That's Bristol Airport Spotting group, which is a Facebook group. Anybody can join that. Do feel free. But that's today's team over in the control tower doing their thing, doing an amazing job as ever. Thank you very much to you for that. A little bit of activity down by this Jet 2 here. We'll keep an eye on this one, I think. Yeah. Did you turn round or did you just park there? No, you just parked there.
No, I just parked there.
So up there on the right hand side is that bit I was talking about potentially.
Yeah.
But,
On the corner.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll turn round on that anyway to go back that way, so you'll see it. But that's where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
One day.
think it's worth a try.
It's the most terrifying idea ever, though, going up at that height.
The only problem is the van at the minute doesn't have any heating.
There's no benefit whatsoever. Be no
At
different.
least you'll be out the wind.
Yeah, that's true.
But to be fair, I think being on top of it would be better.
Yeah, I know. It's just maybe it's
Just-
got to be tried.
Just showing Danny now. So these blue circles are where I've just had a ping. So I've just had a ping over Moscow.
So does that mean those satellites are coming into range?
It's just where the signal's bounced. So it's on a mesh network.
Oh, right, okay. And the
So-
mesh is actually working. And
Yeah, so whatever is in that area, the signal's pinged to various satellites. They've pinged back, and yeah. So in Oslo.
if you're interested to find out more about this, guys, go to pliw.co.uk. That's Pete's website. He maintains loads of monitors and scanners. of various things, and you can have a look on there and see.
Yeah, I'll be
what he's
adding
talking
this to it so it can be seen, and
Yeah,
trying to learn more of it.
it's really, really interesting stuff. When he adds it, it'll be called Iridium.
I think I'll have to see how much data we can get for your flight.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting.
I can certainly do a heat map of the levels you've been at and the speeds, do things like that.
Right, let's have a look and see on the chat here. Barnaby Gomez says, Bon dia. Tyler, John, hi Danny. Have they got rid of the solar panels? No, Tyler, I'm afraid not. We're just zoomed through the fence at the minute. Somerset buses and trains. If you're over 5'6", make sure you lower your head on the on the Glasgow subway. Absolutely, I will no doubt bang my head a few times. It's what I did last time.
I'm stuck then.
Tyler John says that was me a couple of months back. I got a flying voucher for my birthday. I'm going to book the flight for April. Tyler, will you be flying out of Bristol? Because that would be amazing if we caught you. Let us know. That would be absolutely lovely. Sorry for the occasional adverts you get on YouTube, by the way, guys. It's we don't control when they happen, although they shouldn't happen during. I think YouTube's got an AI, yeah, it's just get. Oh, sorry, I just spotted blue lights going down there now.
Yeah, I think that's on the A38.
It is, yeah, yeah, that's it, yeah. I was going to tell you as well. I had this T-shirt made, right? It's got a massive QR code on it, and I thought to myself, right, the QR code's got to be a decent size, but I'll wear this in the summer.
Yeah.
It's a black T-shirt, and it's just got the Planecaster QR code in it, so you can just walk past, and if you wonder what I'm doing, and so many people, as you spotted last time, will come up and talk to you and say hello, wonder what you're up to and whatever. And actually, this signage on here will probably pique people's interest. So I thought I'll put a QR code on this T-shirt, and then I can use this T-shirt when it's super hot up here. The size of the T-shirt compared to the size of the QR code is just ridiculous. Like, the QR code is just so big, you would have to get me to stand there and hold the T-shirt out so you could actually get the QR code scanned. I mean, QR codes don't even have to be that big, do they?
No.
So that was a cock up, and that was a waste of money. It's but there we are. Just one of those mistakes you make along the way, isn't it? Tyler, there's the our favourite thing, the solar array. It's still there, I'm afraid, but it is contributing to important targets that the airport have to comply with, and
it does look like a temporary structure, though, doesn't it, with the railway sleepers?
Yeah,
the railway concrete plinth.
Yeah,
it does make you wonder.
I guess we'll find out.
And can it have been done over that on the opposite side?
I guess,
or along here.
Who knows?
And then it would have been behind the bush and out the way.
What if that's the next phase?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, one thing's for sure: they will not be building solar panels on Felton Common. So you get fantastic views of the airfield from there. So take yourself down there if you fancy spotting at this airport. You won't be disappointed. You can park down there.
I think
how old a horse?
There's a horse.
There was a horse.
There's two of them.
Horses in the field behind us.
In fact, there's a third. There's a black one just behind the bush here.
Oh right, okay.
I think a plan for the summer, we should try and get a spotters picnic on the common.
Spotters picnic, that's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah, bit of community. Because the spotters event was brilliant. Bristol Airport run. Yeah,
well, hopefully. In fact, I've got to say congratulations to Simon Fuchs. So Simon has been training to become a commercial pilot, and he's been training forever because it's a big old course.
Yeah.
He has successfully completed his training as of yesterday.
Oh wow!
So he's now a qualified commercial pilot, and he's now obviously looking for the opportunity to actually put that into real work now. So it's like
amazing. Congratulations.
We're made up for you, Simon. And Simon, the reason we mention that is that Simon organises, along with the airport, the spotter days on top of the roof.
Yeah. He runs the pages in the group.
Yeah, runs all the Facebook page and the website and Fresh Aviation and other operations. So Simon's really lovely guy, very kind to us at Planecaster as well, and always very friendly if you happen to see him. And he's just he's an absolutely a spotter and an enthusiast, just like the rest of us. You always see him there with his camera and his.
Yeah, he does some amazing photography.
Yeah, he's one of these people who's good at everything. Damn it!
I just hope that applies to the flying as well.
Yes. Oh, well, without a doubt.
That's amazing news.
It is
an achievement.
amazing. Yeah, well, I'm very much hoping that I don't know what direction he's going to go now for a career, but if he flies and ends up flying out of Bristol, that would be amazing for a start. But also, like we did a little interview with him when I did the Spotters evening, and we were finding out about where he was at that stage in his commercial efforts. So it would be really nice to have a catch up. So hopefully we can invite Simon to come down and have a chat on air, and that would be lovely.
That would be
to find out more.
Dead handy.
Right. Tyler John's going to be doing this from Swansea. No problem. No problem, Tyler. That's good. You'll get some beautiful views of the Gower and everything down there by flying down there.
You know, last week we watched the Dreamliner.
Yes.
Lou messaged me, who was one of the crew members.
Yes.
And we got a message to both of us to say thank you. The crew have been watching Planecaster on YouTube this morning.
No way!
Admittedly, I got that, and I presume that came through while she was in flight, and I did send her the photos that I took as well, which were also on the Bristol
that's
page.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So
I understand that was a Hayes Travel charter that was later posted on Bristol Airport website, and one of the people we know from the airport, who we very kindly liaises with the various people here at the airport, so they know we're streaming. Like, we rock up this morning, it's pitch black, literally, and then there's just a couple of burly guys with a camera and stuff, and a box of equipment. Don't worry, the airport does know we're here. And
I didn't bring any toys today.
No, he's got no extra equipment. So that's one of the people also was on that trip, and hopefully having a lovely cruise now. Pretty sure they were joining a cruise once they got to Barbados.
Not bad.
Oh, what a life, eh? What a life. I've do you know, I had booked one more thing as well, but it's so far ahead it's not worth talking about. You can book these things, you haven't got to pay for them these days up front, have you?
No, that's true.
Jet2. I'm going to be taking a trip with Jet2 to Gran Canaria again, but in January next year, which is my kind of traditional little trip. I've booked it out of Birmingham. And the reason I've booked it out of Birmingham is, as an Airbus man, I am wanting to go on an Airbus A321, and that's one of the only airports, that and Manchester actually, where Jet2 are currently flying their Airbuses out. So they're going from Boeing to Airbus over quite a period of time. So it'd be really interesting to have a flight on an A321 Neo.
That'd be very nice.
It will, yeah, and it's both ways as well. And I've put myself some seats up front as well. Not like in the cockpit. in
if anyone can make it happen.
Yeah, row 2. So I'm looking forward to that. Actually, I've got row 2 on the Ryanair flight as well. I quite like the view from up front. It's quieter up front as well, isn't it?
So there's a flight just taken off from Edinburgh. It's coming to Bristol. It's an Airbus A319.
Oh, you've got the little one, the baby bus today. Although it's not, there is actually a 318, which is, I don't think we've ever seen one at Bristol, but it's a hilarious sight. It's like very short and stubby. But the 319's quite small, so we'll look forward to seeing that in about 50 minutes.
Yeah, she's due here at 09:45.
Fantastic.
She's 16 years old.
There you go. And it's those 319s I think are eventually going to be retired.
So that's the only aircraft at the minute which is due in. Let's have a look, see what we've got showing for going out. So head-to-head race at the minute, they are parallel.
Oh wow, okay, it's quite a bit apart as well, aren't they?
They are. So
that'll be much lower, won't it?
Aer Lingus is 16,000 feet, 284 miles an hour. And so, oddly enough, Ryanair is 15 and a half, and 338.
Interesting how they're taking such a different track there.
Yeah.
I do find that really interesting. I would expect those to be much closer. Mind you, Ryanair seems to be going much more direct.
Yes, absolutely.
Love it.
There's a 5-minute difference between them.
Yeah.
On their arrival time.
Love it. Can't wait and see how that works out then.
That's quite impressive.
So it looks like refueling's complete here. Look, Pete, on the monitor here.
Yeah.
Just see him taking off the hose. So Swissport are primarily at this end of the runway, I learned.
Yeah.
You know, the handlers.
Yeah.
And DHL, who deal with EasyJet and possibly someone else, Jet2, are mostly at the other end of the airport, which is why you see this EasyJet land
Down at the bottom.
down the bottom of all. Yeah, that's why they all clump down there, because that's where the handlers are based, apparently. So yes, morning again to you, Ben. It was lovely chatting with you, and
I'm just gonna have a look and see where this Jet 2's going.
I don't think it's on the radar yet. What have we got here?
Could be Future Ventura, Tenerife, or Chambry. I think it would be Chambry because they're boarding.
Can't see any skis.
No.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see the Airbus as it becomes more prevalent. They've ordered loads of them, so as it becomes more prevalent, we'll see the Airbus down at Bristol as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah, definitely my choice of plane.
And I think I read something as well about the tower here, and that's doing their refit with their upgrade.
Yeah,
I think that bus this year, is that right?
Yeah, well, they've got the scaffolding around there now. As you can see there, it's work in progress.
Yeah.
Just to bring the facilities into the correct age. Oh, what's going on that Jet 2 there? Is that the one you were talking about? This one? That one's pushing back.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. Wonder if that's the one that's Chambry then.
There's a couple of, I think there was 3 Jet 2s listed for the departures. But I must admit, the guys in the tower, well, guys and gals, whenever I phone to notify them of the fireworks, they're fantastic.
Yeah, that's great, isn't it? And it's like I think for drone work as well, you are encouraged to
100%.
let them know. Obviously you can't fly in an airport zone full stop, but if you're going to be close by, then it's still very good practice.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they've had to deal with over the last 2 weeks. There's been quite a few weather balloons come through.
Oh right, okay.
And they've come down from the estuary, just to the left of us, but they have been straight through the airport path, which has been rare, but that was because of the wind.
Yeah, well, this is the thing with this airport. Like all airports tend to be, the runways are built to go with the primary prevailing winds, and what you will see here is 9 times out of 10 when we broadcast, we will be broadcasting 27 or westerly landings and arrivals. It's just every now and again the wind switches, doesn't it? And
it does.
You get the 09, which is then landing from behind us here. Jet 2's pushing back nicely anyway. Tyler, that question's a really interesting one. I will try and get Simon on the show soon, and we'll maybe have a question and answer session if Simon's good with that, and he can answer all your questions about becoming a pilot. I know he's a great inspiration to many of us, and it would be great to have him on the channel. Watch this space, I'll see what I can do.
That would be really cool, actually, if a mixture of staff, ground, crew, pilot, would be able to give you a 5-10 minute interview and have the planecaster audience put some questions forward.
It's been the intention, actually, and I've it just really, if I've got another pair of hands like someone like yourself around, then actually it opens up that possibility, because I've probably got most of the equipment to be able to do that. Even if they don't join us, they can just join us on the phone.
Yeah.
And we can pipe that. Crikey, that engine just started with a rumble and a nice bit of smoke in the air. Not unusual, guys. It's just hydraulics and oil and everything that just sits in the engine, I think. Yeah. So. It might be a great thing to do. We could get people ringing in. We can combine. I'm getting into my radio side of things now. We can combine video and radio and
do everything, can't we?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, live Q&A.
That does sound cool.
But that is really cool that Simon has done it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. He's
it's like one of us, isn't it? And one of us has made it. And
oh yeah, absolutely.
What an achievement.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's not the first in the group actually to have gone through that, because it's such a long slog. It's a long, hard slog to become a pilot, and it's extremely expensive.
Yes. The Bristol Geneva is now showing on AGSB.
Is that the Jet 2 then?
I believe that's the one that's just been pushed back that we're looking at now.
Oh, let me give you the reg. It is. I was try not to laugh at this one. Is it that reg? Yes, it is.
Yes.
There's also an EasyJet bearing a very similar registration to that as well, which makes me chuckle. So childish, honestly. Oh dear me. Welcome along, folks. You're live at Bristol Airport. I'm Danny. This is Pete with me this morning.
Hello.
And we're so glad you joined us. Do press that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It won't cost you anything, and we'll keep you up to date, but it'll do wonders for us and spread the word this morning, and so that more than just you wonderful 36 people see us, there'll be more of you.
It's quite a cool stance actually, the two Jet 2s.
Yes.
Side by side.
Yeah, and actually they're at different angles as well. Helicopter?
Yeah.
Hear it? I don't see it.
It sounds more down in front of us and on the right.
So we might be...
Unless it was a poorly motorbike.
Could be, couldn't it? No, that's definitely a helicopter.
Definitely a helicopter.
Chop in the air. Right. We'll bring that to you as soon as it's up in the air.
That might be Western Power.
The old yellow ones for the electric.
It certainly is. It is. It's an Airbus EC135-635.
Now that is an Airbus I wouldn't want to travel on. I don't think I ever fancy a helicopter ride, I'll be honest with you.
So this would be for power line inspections.
There it is. There it is. Hold on. Oh, maybe they're watching this morning. They're going to come and give us a nice.
Maybe. Shall we give them a wave?
You wave. I'll I'll film.
It'd be cool if they waved back.
I mean, that would make, I have to say, that would make for a great story, wouldn't it? Pete's furiously waving here, and suddenly we've got like a helicopter from RNAS Coldrose has come to rescue him. I'm so sorry, it's a terrible misunderstanding. We were just waving to be friendly.
Yeah.
Right. Where did you say that one was off to? Geneva?
Yes.
Ah.
One of them is.
Lovely, lovely. Bravo Juliet is the registration, I believe I meant to say. I think that's the one. Tyler, I see no information yet about Qatar returning to Cardiff, which is a real shame because they promised it would be a certain date in December, and that date has come and gone, and certainly haven't seen any of that evidence of that plane being back.
So there's actually 4 Jet 2s coming up. So there's Geneva, Chambéry, Tenerife and Future Ventura.
Right.
So we've got Easy Land and we've got Jet 2 Land.
Yes, absolutely. But it does feel like that today. We'll look forward to the constant succession of Jet 2 departures, all 737-800s, I believe.
So we've got 0830, 0925, 0940 and 10 AM.
So that's all the next departures, is it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, there we go. we expect that Edinburgh inbound, and I'm sure there'll be some more because we get to the point like about sort of 9 o'clock onwards. Then you've got some of those aircraft kind of returning from their first missions if they've just gone to
absolutely
close places. You get some also that originate from somewhere else, of course, that come in.
So our Edinburgh EasyJet arrival is just about to start coming over the Lake District. So we've got 39 minutes yet for that.
Okay.
That is our only arrival. Oh no, sorry, tell a lie. A couple of others have just started showing. So there's an EasyJet from Geneva just taken off.
Yeah.
And there's also an EasyJet from Geneva just about to take off.
It's all winter sport action, isn't it, at the moment?
It certainly is.
It's quite a nice view from up here over to see this angle, to see this kind of apron from a different angle, it has to be said, but it's just limited in what we can see, and we're lucky that we can focus through the fence because I've got a manual focus camera. But
an update on our race as well to Dublin with
yes,
Ryanair and Aer Lingus. Yeah, Ryanair is 4 minutes away from landing with Aer Lingus 5 minutes away, but now their paths have almost aligned on the approach, which is
oh yeah, well, it's definitely number one.
Really cool.
Ryanair is definitely going to win it.
So yeah, speeding does get you there quicker.
If you've just joined us, by the way, and you're wondering what we're talking about, if you roll back about half hour, you on the live stream, you will see that an Aer Lingus ATR 76 took off. Sorry, it's not. Was it ATR 70? Whatever. It's an ATR took off, propeller plane took off with Aer Lingus to Dublin, and now you've got one. Hang on a second. There's your morning Lycra squad. Come fast on the bikes, so you could hear there. And then it was followed about 9 minutes later by a Bristol Air. By a Ryanair 737-800, which of course travels much quicker. So it's really interesting to see now how the positions are being swapped.
100%.
Yeah. Jet 2's not hanging around now.
No.
That will come past us.
It is really clear, but there is a bit of cloud cover, isn't there?
Yes.
So it's quite high.
Yeah, it's definitely. It's clearing more than. Because even over there, that goes towards Wales and everything, it just looks a little bit clearer. We'll put the camera around there again in a minute.
You can just, in the distance down there, you can just see Clevedon, with the two transmission towers.
Yes.
Just about see them.
I'll see if we can zoom round at those in a moment.
Quite a good view from the top of them.
Yeah, when it's clear, the view across there is beautiful. You can see Flatholme and Steepholme Islands, which are between England and Wales.
And this Ryanair to the side here is also started
okay, that's good. Is a Ryanair going to ruin the Jet 2 sequence?
I think he's at the end. Nice and smooth.
Another Boeing 737-800 departs for foreign climates, in that case Geneva.
Yeah.
And we'll turn our attention now to this one, which is just hiding the wrong side of this fence panel, but it is moving, so we should see it in a second. There's the fence panel in all its glory. Now, are we looking at a proper Max here, or are we looking at a 737-800? Let's have a look.
So there's no Ryanair listed until 11 o'clock.
Oh, that'll be interesting then.
Yeah.
We'll see what.
Which is to Krakow.
At the moment, this one is being kind of walked and pulled. So unless it's being pulled into position to be boarded. So this is a 737-800. This one. It's got the new winglet, so for fuel saving, which you will increasingly see on 737s everywhere. TUI being a perfect example of them. I don't think you'll find any TUI plane now without the double winglets. Well, at least they're taking a plane for a nice walk, you know.
Yeah,
it's a nice thing to do, isn't it? You know, bit of Jeff Capes action. Yeah, look, they're taking it back into a gate, I think. So what they've done there, they've stored that overnight, maybe, as it's probably cheaper to keep it in one of these remote stands, and then and now they're boarding. They can take it. Is there a Ryanair flight due out later?
11 o'clock.
Oh, that figures then, doesn't it? Yeah, that figures. It's much just a bit early, but if there's a gap, I guess it doesn't matter now.
Yeah, ground crew can get ahead, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, that's a really good point, actually. Yeah, you can get some of the bits done. It's going to do its thing in there. Let's run the camera around and see what we can see from our vantage point here again. What I'll do actually as well, let's see if I can go up a little bit in height.
Going up in the world.
Trying. Bring that one there. What I'll have to do is just balance the camera again. I think, right. It's not too bad actually. Yeah, so those markings are the very end of the runway. You can see there. And then you said the two transmission towers, there they are, Pete.
Yeah, that's over in Clevedon.
Do you know what they do? Anything useful? TV?
If I remember rightly, it's radio.
Oh, okay.
BBC World Service or something like that.
Oh, I guess it goes right out to sea then, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good view from the top of it. I've had the pleasure of going up once.
See, if we can see that from here, surely we'd be able to see the runway from up there. Mind you, you might have to go up the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about not doing that?
You do get a nice glow from up here at night time that you can see from the motorway, and
yeah,
it's quite eerie. It's almost a bit like that scene of did you watch the HBO Chernobyl series?
Yeah, that is
it looks a bit like that when the reactor core pops open.
What can we see down there? Probably because where I've angled ourselves today is not too good, but the sea is yeah, it's because of basically what I'm trying to show you is through there, but essentially it's a nice. We've got a lovely view. You haven't, but we've got a lovely view of the coastline, the South Wales, and the
yeah. If you're back
North
on this
Devon.
bit here, it's not too bad.
Yeah, it's so it's a lovely spot here. It really is. Right, let's sort that out. Let's keep an eye on the action down there. So the Ryanair has gone next to the other Jet 2, which we know is loading up. When did you say there was another Jet 2 going out reasonably soon?
Yeah.
Because that must be that one we're looking at there, because there's definitely people getting on that.
Yeah. Let's give it a quick refresh.
And they're all in winter wear. So I reckon that's going somewhere.
So final boarding is Chambéry.
Ah, there you go, that makes sense then, yeah.
And Jet 2 for Tenerife is also boarding.
Ooh. Well, those people have got lots of very warm coats on. That makes me think they're going to a winter destination, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's freezing there.
Might well be.
Every now and again, do you keep hearing the rumble?
I do.
And I'm like, where is that?
Yeah, I've been looking, and we were graced with a couple of typhoons this week that were down in the Somerset area as well.
Beautiful.
So there is something really, really big just coming over the southern at the minute. It's an A380.
Oh, wonderful.
She's on her way to Heathrow from Dallas.
So she'll be descending then?
She is. She's dropping quite rapidly. So she's just dropped 25,500 feet. Sadly, due to the cloud, can't see it.
It's because they've heard that Planecaster's on and they wanted to get in on the action.
And that rumble that we heard, I reckon that was the British Airways Boeing 777-236.
Oh yeah. What's the registration of that one?
That one is Gville.
VIIL. Yep.
I reckon that's what we could hear. Or it might have even been the rumble from the Jet 2.
Yeah, it's.
There is a Dreamliner passing over Midsummer Norton as well.
That'll be pretty quiet, actually.
Yes. So that's off to Amsterdam. So I can hear the A380 now.
It's a shame we can't see it.
No, absolutely. It's
what a shame.
straight over there.
Blimey. Ah, that's a shame. If there's anything presents itself, folks, we will, of course, bring it to you.
You hear that?
I can hear
Just
it.
hear
Yeah,
that little rumble.
Absolutely hear that. Yeah.
I actually caught myself running out into the garden the other night thinking I could hear a Chinook. It wasn't. It was a washing machine.
It's an easy mistake to make.
Yeah. So she gets all excited when she hears it go on spin because that's a load done.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's something else. So she runs towards the kitchen and I'm running outside to the garden.
It's a fight for the washing machine.
I'm not sure who's more disappointed. But I know I'm not the only one who's been caught on that.
That's hilarious.
So look. So EasyJet from Edinburgh, she's just coming past Liverpool.
Oh, so fantastic.
27 minutes on that one.
Let me just say hello to Marley Meredith, who's joined us and has said, what runway are you on? Well, we're beside the single runway here, but we're at the Winters Lane end, so we are right by the touchdown zone here, 409, but they're not landing in this direction. They're landing from down there along here, so when one lands it will come right past us. So that will be runway 27. That's the operations that are occurring here at Bristol Airport today. Sorry Pete, interrupted you.
That's alright. Other arrivals that are on their way, Chernobyl, she's well and truly 13 minutes into the flight, so she'll be here in an hour and 17.
Well, that's not too far away.
Geneva departed 2 minutes ago. There is one just about to depart Turin.
Yep.
And one from Amsterdam is just about to depart.
And that's only about an hour's flight, isn't it? So
it's not long at all. So there are a few.
Got a flurry of arrivals that will bring you before we disappear this morning, and definitely one or two more departures from the looks of things here. Sorry it's an early stream, but I have many things to do in Cardiff today of a social nature. So I should certainly be in no fit state to live stream by about 2 o'clock, I suspect.
The National Grid, the Western Power, the bright yellow helicopter we just saw take off as well.
Yeah. Where did that go?
At the minute, it's just entering the edge of the Exmoor National Park.
Is it there already?
It is. That was 16 minutes ago.
I didn't realise helicopters went so quick. Mind you, they do go in a straight line.
Yeah, 125 miles an hour and
wow,
1,400 feet so far. So
that's a beautiful part of the world down there.
Oh, beautiful.
So if they kept going north, they'd come to that North Devon bit, or North Somerset of Linton and Lynmouth. What a place that is.
Absolutely. So I do wonder where they're going exactly. Obviously, this is going to be inspection related.
And I imagine the Ryanair's well landed by now, and the has completely won the race despite going 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
9 minutes later, I think you said actually.
Yeah, they're both. Let's have a look. So yeah, Aer Lingus is just taxiing, and the Ryanair has parked up as well.
Excuse me.
So yeah, no hanging about on that.
That's good stuff, isn't it? So yeah,
There is another
Dreamliner
again on the way past as well. That's just outside of us. That's coming over Barnstable at the moment.
Right.
It is starting to break up, this cloud.
Yeah. If there's any chance to bring you some trails and planes going past high up, we would love to do that. Always. If you roll back as well to about to start, you'll see a beautiful that we. Pitch black. Move forward now. It just gets better and better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
More of those streams from down at that where the on the runway centre line. It's uncommon because actually the park. All I'm worried about is it a nuisance for myself in because on the common part. I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't be. Position, and actually in summer it will become a necessity anyway.
It comes back.
So, I know. No, it's fine in winter, but in summer it is a problem. We've got some ideas. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Going past us, number 4, and hello to everybody at Bristol Airport Day. Are piloting, whether you are cabin crew. Ooh, that was near. That was a close.
That was, wasn't it?
Yeah, and whether you're in any of the retail units in the terminal, doing security, taking people to and from the airport, parking, whatever it is you do. Thank you for operating this wonderful airport that we like to stream every week. No problem with the wireless range on that thing, Pete. Pete's got the wireless mic this morning. He's just wandered off, and I could hear him absolutely fine. Yeah.
Let's see what that was. It's a camera.
Ah, right.
And it's actually facing where we've parked.
I wonder if it's kind of like a security, a proximity thing. A quick alerts, which when stream is starting. Thank you for letting me know. Limited I'll do is I'll very quickly reset the encoder if that makes a difference. Screen will go black. You see a message. So a second, folks. I'm not sure.
Do you reckon that could be?
It did make me wonder. I have to say, I did have the same thought. Yeah. Let's.
So is
So obviously we're on a delay there. Let's just see.
Yeah. So it could be a trick with your glove. Maybe a hot pack.
Yeah, I might have to do that. Maybe in the summer it's a heat problem. So let's have a look. There's the off.
That's the reset, isn't it?
You can probably hear us again now, folks, and see. But we're just watching this on on the streams because there's obviously a bit of a delay.
Because the nearest mobile mast that I spotted is directly opposite us there. It's whether it's service your provider's served from that.
Absolutely.
So that's come back, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's come back. Hopefully you can see and hear us, folks. It is constantly the bane of life of those of us who stream online to try and get a reliable signal from what is essentially the middle of a field or a very isolated position that we're in here.
I do have that Starlink coming that we can...
Are you going to try Starlink?
Yeah. we're going to try it.
See, Starlink, the problem with Starlink is it's huge. The equipment is absolutely huge, apparently. Certainly, because obviously you've seen what I have to drag down here already. Yeah. But also, I just don't know if the upload speeds are consistent enough. But we'll have to see.
This one's a Gen 4.
Okay, be interesting. Be interesting.
So yeah, it should be what's classed as asymmetric upload and download.
Got a question on the channel here, one I'm not sure I can answer for you, Planes and Trains TV. If it's just one runway, why don't they call it 9 left and 9 right? Well, the number is... Okay, perhaps I can answer it. The number of the runway is based on the compass position. So 09, if you look at it on a compass and you put a 0 on the end, so 090 is east. 270 is west. So they would, even though it's one runway, it's got two numbers because it's two directions, and I think that is how a lot of aviation kind of works, by direction, by heading and bearing.
That's my
and things
understanding
like that.
as well.
Yeah, that is it. But I'm sure a pilot would give you a much better technical description than that. But that's what I can tell you so far. Now I reckon that Edinburgh won't be too far away now.
Let's have a look.
Or is it just because I can hear planes above?
You can hear. It could be that Dreamliner. Let's see. I can hear the dogs in the background over there.
It's a nice plane, the Dreamliner. Really nice plane.
Yeah, so that Dreamliner has just gone over Midsummer Norton. A350's just gone over Keynsham.
Oh, what a plane. We all love the A350. It's the new hot plane on the block.
Where are we? What are we looking for?
Edinburgh, EasyJet arrival.
Do you know what? We're using these hand warmers. I think we might have to use tone warmers. Yeah, you're not wrong. She's over your neck of the woods.
Yeah. Coming down over the bridge?
Well, about mid Wales at the minute, not far from Leominster.
Oh, right, yeah, and Hereford.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So 19 minutes, but she is descending.
Yep. Yeah, it's a short old flight.
Yeah, 38 minutes ago she departed.
That is amazing, isn't it? It's like the fact it even gets up to, that height and then has a chance to cruise before it even comes down again.
Phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a KLM on the way from Amsterdam.
That's definitely one we would expect to see, isn't it, on a Saturday morning?
And there's also an EasyJet from Amsterdam.
Terrific stuff.
Grenoble, she's coming in nicely, an hour and 5 away. Geneva's an hour and 15 away, and Turin is still showing but hasn't moved yet.
What airline is the Turin on?
EasyJet.
Ah, right, okay.
And that's it at the minute.
Let's have something different to look at for a second.
Definitely. Let me try and find this from in the week.
If you're new to us, folks, sorry if I keep saying this, but it's forever trying to grow the channel. If you are new to us this morning and you like what you see, please do press that subscribe button. It would be absolutely amazing. It doesn't cost you anything at all. And you can press the like button on the stream as well if you like it. It doesn't cost you anything, but it makes a big difference to spreading the word of the channel far and wide. Every time you do that, I get a little bit happier inside. So does Pete. and like, suddenly the stream appears on yet another person's feed, and it's just that's how it works on YouTube. So the more popular it appears, the more popular it becomes. It's just like down to you doing that. Thank you, folks.
There's the typhoon that came over on Monday.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Look at this shit. So you've got the right icon. Love it.
Yeah. And then we were graced again on...
Was it noisy?
Unfortunately, I wasn't anywhere here. I just saw all the groups and had alerts. Then we had 2 of them again on
wow.
Wednesday.
Over Devon?
Yeah, Baby Tracy, but they did come back up this way.
Oh, beautiful. I do remember working down there at Heathfield, and occasionally you'd get like something like that come over, and my God, everybody would suddenly be outside from the industrial estate, looking up to the skies, going, "What the hell was that?"
It is nice when we get them. I think we were quite lucky with lockdown. We had quite a few fly-by and touch and goes.
Yeah, they had to keep practice up, didn't they? What do we find you doing this morning, folks, on this beautiful Saturday morning, up and down the UK or wider afield? If you're joining us from further afield, what's on your agenda for today? Love to find out. Pete's got about 63,000 more things to do today because he's perpetually busy.
Not out of choice.
Not out of choice. And
anything I want to do, he's gone out the window.
And I'm going to have a nice drink with my friends, and going to have a nice steak in a restaurant called Pasture in Cardiff, which is so nice. I think there's one in Bristol as well, Pete, if you like steak. Oh.
I must admit, we are out for a meal this afternoon.
Yep.
Mother-in-law's birthday.
Oh, lovely.
Just round the corner, actually, down at the Stag and Ham.
Oh, right. Would you recommend it?
Oh, it's brilliant. It's a chain. It's Marsden's.
I've never had the pleasure of that, but we do have Marsden's pubs. Actually, there's one in my road. It's called the Pear Tree, and it's
really good.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, the food's so hot and fresh. You have to wait.
Yeah, us was a Brains pub. Brains is a big Welsh sort of chain, isn't it? And Marsden.
Yeah, he seems to be doing quite a few. There you go, there's an update on the little project that I'm working on. You can see it's just had a ping over Reykjavik, top of Africa.
Put that on the camera again. There you go. Let's zoom in on that. A second. There you go. Yeah, so you can see the different colours. These are the different zones, or the different kind of where signals have been picked up by that satellite, so and it's meshing out.
Blue's a map of where the signals have landed and been picked up.
Right. There you go.
You just see it refreshed then.
Yeah, it's updating live, and this is all Pete's managing to pick all this up from his house. Yeah. Probably from your loft, is it?
This is in the garage, just one.
In the garage, just like amazing, isn't it?
So it's quite low level,
but fun.
Yeah, a headache, a lot of code, a lot of.
See, Pete does all this, goes through all the pain that you had to do it properly without costing probably half as much.
No, just the little antenna for this is so expensive. It's £125.
Wow.
Just for the aerial, and it's tiny, smaller than my phone.
Well, thank you, Pete. That is,
but it's cool.
Certainly with the ADS-B stuff, Pete has probably saved me a packet by sort of putting together the most perfect setup for a mobile
it's tiny,
thing.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It's actually going to, let me just leave that on some action that's occurring there. Right, hold on a second. I actually think in that griddled lid.
Yeah.
But I haven't, not the aerial, obviously, I'll just stand that up. But
yeah, just screw that on and off via the F connector.
You can see we're having a little bit of jitter on the pictures again. Audio breaking up again. I haven't really got any remedy available to me, I'm afraid, folks, other than to soldier on.
Possibly because of the mic setup, is it?
I can hear what's going out, so it's not. I can hear the mix, so it's not.
Yeah.
I have to say, I had to. That's the second one I've had. That one went back last. In fact, I'm going to quickly, while we've got nothing going on, I'm just going to quickly get in my machine at home. And
this is great. I love all this remote access.
Yeah. And what I'll do is I'll start recording the stream on the PC that's picking it up, so that I can see whether it's coming in like that or whether
It's a simple IT question if you turn it off and turn it back on.
Funny enough, yeah.
So, weirdly enough, part of the issue I was having with this Iridium project.
Really?
Part of it to work, and it took 4 reboots where changes were made for the file access, and each reboot changed the permission each time, and eventually it worked.
Wow.
And all that, it took
ridiculous.
several reboots to make the system realise.
That is just crazy, isn't it?
But it works. It's great. So
I mean, it's like. Let me have a quick listen to the audio here. PC is picking it up. So, do is I've started at home and I'll hear it the timestamp.
yeah.
And I've been meaning to do that since it was reported last week, so we'll see what that folks.
Obviously, with your link to there, does it show any stats on that as well?
I very much it will show anything that's useful in my experience. It will show there's a whole load of stats, but it's
You might show a link quality signal or something.
what I might do is that you were telling me about that virtual networking thing. If I could somehow send a log to somewhere at home from there, because you can't monitor it in real time. Not while we're trying to do this. So,
Yeah.
it might be worth me trying to send a log from that. Problem is I don't find those logs very useful. Speed check is useful, but because speed check then takes your bandwidth away from actually doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
So you can't do that.
Do a constant ping.
Ping, yeah, I could do
Which
a ping.
is small.
Yeah, and that sort of report might be possible to send
And if
back.
you're getting a high ping, then
Tell you what we can do, folks, although I don't think it's going to get any better. Let's try an alternate plan. As we're not without a secondary option. Let's fire this up first. That'll take a while to get going.
yeah, because on the top of that it doesn't show anything, does it? So I wasn't sure if it showed anything like a signal strength.
That device is literally the device that kind of made a huge difference. Like ever since I got it, things have been miles better. But recently, back here at Bristol, I just think the towers are not perfect. Thankfully, nothing important is happening at the moment, apart from us waffling. But,
So with your setup, Danny, is that you've designed and built this yourself? Had some other streamers?
in terms of the biggest challenge for me was how to get the camera signal into a format where I can get it back to the home. Initially, my first couple of streams. By the way, the channel's a year old. last week I didn't realise at all.
Congratulations!
But thank you. But it got set up before we did anything. So, but it's like I do remember trying to transmit a standard that YouTube wants to called RTMP. That's what just can't mobile signal, and it becomes. It took me a while to find it. You want to no longer have a laptop and it arrives stream to probably know that really well. That we're transmitting an audio. Encode's been very. I'm going to lose it again, just for a second. That's the question. Not dipping below 20 or maybe even a bit more. Right, that arrival is coming in now, that Bristol arrival, I think. So
that should be the EasyJet.
Let's hope. Let's have a quick look at this.
It is. That's our Edinburgh arrival.
I'm really hoping that comes back up now. Yes, it does. There you go. Right, it's just come back up. Sorry, folks. We were just.
Rich has just messaged me directly to say the feed has dropped, but the overlay is still working.
Yeah.
So I've just got it here checking as well.
Yeah, the overlay comes from home on a 1 gig connection, so never going to have a problem there. Right, you're going to see.
Yeah, the feed's back.
You're going to see an EasyJet land. This is from Edinburgh. Is it a Neo? This one? Can I hear that? Is that yours?
Yeah, I was just making sure we're back.
Thank you very much.
No, this is the short stumpy A319.
Okay, with a nice new
I'll
LED lights.
Grab the camera for that. Hopefully I've turned the beeping off as well.
We won't see it touch down, but what we will do is see it roll past us in a pretty good angle. And you never know, depending on who has landed it, if Pete waves vigorously, they might wave back. Oh, there you go, I can see our pop-ups are working.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Rich just messaged me saying it's back. Let's have a look.
Sorry for the disruption, folks. We are always at the mercy of mobile networks, and unfortunately, I can't afford to get a encoder that runs off of 2 internet connections at once, or even more internet connections, and I certainly can't afford those internet connections with the current state of play, so it's a case of just surviving, I'm afraid, folks.
Have you ever looked to see how much data a stream uses?
Yeah, not much. Not as much as you might think.
Because it changes the encoding format.
Yeah.
So you've got the low loss. I've got an idea, actually.
we have many technical discussions, Pete and I. Oh look, we will get the touchdown. Wonderful. Whoops. He tried, didn't you, Pete?
I tried away.
Yeah. I'll tell you who normally stops pretty quick, the KLM.
I can see a bit of blue sky. Clouds are starting to break.
Look at that.
Rich just said the stream's all good his end.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Cheers, Rich, for letting us know.
What we used to have is the occasional glitch to the picture, which is kind of by design, because if anything goes, you just want to lose the picture very quickly, but not lose the stream. Oh, there you go. I can see the pilots, and they give them a wave.
Tyler says, got to go now, Danny. Got football. See you next week.
Tyler, have a great match.
Oh, but there is no stream next week, is there?
There is no stream next week, I'm afraid. But there will be some shorts.
Both for Ryerson?
Yeah, not in Glasgow, mate. No shorts. Oh yeah. There might be one of those shorts. Yeah.
Right, there's quite a few things starting to repair. There's a Eclipse.
Oh, look at this!
500.
Look at this! What's going on here?
Yeah.
Alright, mate. There's a speed limit here, you know.
That's cool. So it doesn't say where that's going, but it's a Channel Island jet service.
Okay, that's a private kind of thing, is it?
Yeah. I'd hazard a guess, probably Jersey, Guernsey.
Yeah.
We'll have a look.
Well, they're the only, if they are going Channel Islands, I think they're the only two with an airport. So.
It definitely looked a bit James Bondish, didn't it?
Oh, totally. It felt like there was evil being planned.
I definitely think there's a rotate going on. There's an evil laugh.
EasyJet making the long journey down to EasyJet land.
So our Amsterdam flights are just coming into London control.
Fantastic. They won't be long then.
And just the first one's just outside of Southend-on-Sea, so they won't be long. What else have we got going on? Grenoble EasyJet is just outside of Paris, and Geneva EasyJet is also tailing behind, so they're not long at all. And EasyJet in Malaga, she's just appeared on radar as well. She's not flying yet, but that won't be long.
I was on that flight, as I like to get to every time. I just like the idea of going to Malaga now and just getting some sunshine. Is it nice in Malaga?
Let's have
Peek
a
the
look.
info, got him tasked with everything. God, that's a proper. I'm just watching these EasyJets. Sorry, these two Jet 2s over here.
Yep.
And this one's boarding right up this end. So they bought a bus all the way out.
Yeah.
Blimey.
So Malaga is going to be a high of 20 today, and it's currently 11 degrees.
Oh, it's a bit nippy now though.
Yes.
Is it, right, maybe it's not light there so much. Yeah. Mind you, I say a bit nippy. If you got off, if we suddenly became 11 here, it'd be okay, wouldn't it?
We're not going to say no.
Let me
Not
just,
at all.
I'll just refresh the temperature on there. It was 3 degrees this morning. What's it showing now? 4. What a massive upgrade there. Right, that's another Jet 2 is off now. It's just sneaked out there while we weren't looking.
I'll show you this, but it's just now pinged over to Greenland.
Wow, okay. It's doing a pass over there. Yeah, if anybody works in the world of video encoding or mobile networks and is able to would like to sponsor some connections for us, then do get in touch. We're always pleased to hear from you, but unfortunately it all comes out of my pocket at the moment, and there's only so much I can put into it, because we don't realistically earn anything from the channel at all. So it's
So you're thinking about meshing the network to have that
bonding, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, what am I on about?
Bonding
Yeah,
of two
bond.
networks. So
Split the bandwidth.
yeah, that's it.
Okay, this Eclipse 500 that just took off is the tracking is showing it's going north.
Oh right, not Channel Islands then. Not for now, anyway.
I think it's sneakily going to Glasgow.
Ah, right. Okay.
It is. It is now showing as Glasgow.
Private charter. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Perhaps he's going up to do a subcrew.
You never know. 47 minutes, it will be there. Certainly beats driving.
Yeah, blimey, yeah.
So yeah, this is Jet 2 off to Chambry, CMF. On a 737.
That will be roaring into the sky past us soon. It's just down at the end of the runway now. The one you're looking at is actually going to, you said there's one to Fuerteventura and the other one to Tenerife, I think.
Yep.
Yep, there you go. That's the Canary Island area of Jet 2 over there.
It's certainly, that and 2, he definitely have a domination over it.
Yeah, it's funny because you go through, like in terms of my experience streaming here, you go through and you won't see any 2Es or any Jet 2s, and then you just have a flurry of them all at once,
Crazy,
which is what's going on here. Maybe that's by design though, because I guess they only need their staff in for a block then, don't they?
Yeah.
Rather than spread through the day. I don't know. So that Chambry is just coming down the runway now once it's in view. I can hear it rumbling. Enjoy the sound of it roaring past. That's the noise of Pete the paparazzi. It changes from Pete the knowledge to Pete the paparazzi.
I must admit, it's been sat in the drawer for so long.
Well, you put some cracking photos up the other day and loved on the
They were
Facebook
just
page.
point and shoot. I've got no idea
It's
what
fantastic, isn't it?
I'm doing.
These guys are boarding and let us on the plane. It's cold out here, for heaven's sake.
Yeah. Oh, is that the food cart as well? I wonder what they got.
Yeah. Looks like some people are just getting on the other. Oh no, that's that'll be a wheelchair assistance. That will be that side. Food is already preloaded. One of the things I noticed about Jet2, which I found really interesting, was that you can pre-choose your meal, but not like old meals on airports where they just say, you know, gluten-free or not gluten-free. You know,
Yeah.
on Jet2 it's like, do you want spaghetti bolognese?
I believe that's the Tenerife flight.
Oh, that's Tenerife. So do you want spaghetti bolognese? Do you want a full English breakfast? Do you want a gluten-free breakfast? There's lots of different options you can pre-order, which I thought was quite nice.
There's no other Jet2 we can see, is there?
No, not that I...
Oh no, sorry, there is two. There's a grey one and a white one.
Yeah, you can see them. Oh.
Sorry, I was looking the wrong way.
Oh.
So one of them is going to be for Tenerife,
Yeah.
and one for Future Ventura.
Right, there you go.
I'm guessing this one might be the Tenerife one, which is for 9:40, and then they'll use the same stairs for the next flight.
That's handy, isn't it? That's quite efficient. I'd definitely pick Fuerteventura over Tenerife if I had the choice. Sadly, I'm not going to either of them. The extent of my travels today is back to Cardiff.
There's a glider up over Cheddar as well.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
The weather will see suitable for that then.
I'm not sure if this is... There's something interesting that's just coming down the channel at the minute. It's just passing Berkeley.
Yes.
Is a DA42, which is a Diamond Guardian.
Oh, right.
From and registration probably after my own heart here is G Geek.
G Geek. Love it. I'm sure that Pilot Simon, who we were talking about earlier, has flown a Diamond. I'm sure that's one of the things he was talking about. I might be wrong.
Yes, so Jet2 is on the move, the silver one.
Oh right, so the other one's already going. Right, so that must be Fuerteventura, that other one then.
Yeah.
The one that's boarding now, and the silver one is Tenerife.
Absolutely.
That sneaked out, didn't it?
Yeah, it was hard to, it was boxed in, wasn't it? So Future Ventura is final boarding, and Tenerife is now listed as departed. And then boarding is EasyJet. That's off to Paris.
Let's see where we are. So it's now 20 to 10, and I will probably won't go much longer than just past 10. I think we'll just have a look at some of the arrivals, and if there's stuff coming in, we'll catch it and then disappear in the lull, I think. I was seeing some pictures posted by the Flight Lounge, which is the cafe you can visit and restaurant you can visit over by the Silver Zone side of the airport.
Okay.
And they'd made some meals for some business passengers, I think. That's one of the things that they do. And they looked absolutely lovely. I was like,
gourmet.
yeah, I need to be on these flights. Yeah, but we need. I reckon we need to pay the plane lounge, the flight lounge. Oh my god! Roll that back. Start again. Do you know when people are going? We've got sound problems. It's not sound problems. It's just me not unable to speak today. The flight lounge. We got to go down there and pay him a visit.
There's a crane just appeared towards the back as well of the
What's that? Is that just
building.
Is that new?
I went there earlier, so they're working today.
Yeah, I'm zoomed in on it, but don't know. I don't remember seeing that there earlier.
No. Well, who knows?
This needs to come down a bit as well. The good folks of Goblin Parking just gone past again. Taking their passengers to and from the terminal back to the parking area. I forget I can use the new app for the weather. If I just wait a second, that should populate.
That's quite posh, actually.
It's been, mind you, there you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the latest meter is 5 degrees Celsius here at the airport, 6 miles visibility, 3 knots wind speed, 190 degrees is the direction of that. The cloud cover is broken, I'd agree.
Yeah.
2,900 feet is the base, Pete?
Yeah, I'd say it's not bad. No, there's definitely blue starting to come through.
MVFR is the flight category, and that was updated at 9:20 this morning, about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, this flight's part is definitely working. It's not working at the moment, but it's working on the local version. There's some issue with the mobile version because it obviously sits on 2 domains: a local version that I'm developing on, and then I upload that one periodically. But yeah, just talking about the new app that I'm developing for myself, a web app that enables me to control the graphics you see on the screen. Yeah,
it's
work ongoing.
The sample you've let me mess around with,
Yeah.
I can't believe how quick it worked.
It's I'm so looking forward to it. I'm really not that far away now from being able to do a limited kind of technical demo on the screen. But yeah, just I want to go quicker than I can go. But real life gets in the way, and you can only do so much. I get about 3 hours in the evening, and then my head is fried. And
I think
like
2 weeks we've been talking about it on and off, and
yeah,
we've both got lives, day jobs, and families, and
that's it.
It's incredible what you've done.
Well, it's great to have the data, Pete. Thank you.
Not a problem.
It's none of these things are possible without actually having a data source. So we're watching the Jet 2 down here, off to Tenerife. This one, isn't it? And they are definitely holding there for a minute. I don't see anything coming in. Don't know if perhaps there's any general aviation going on today. We might see a little propeller plane come out.
I can't hear anything. I was saying that, I can actually.
Oh, here we go. You're off now. Just have to bite the bullet and get a cherry lifter and park it over there. What do you reckon?
Yeah, actually. You can hire them, as I've had to look at doing this, doing all the aerials for everything for when we move.
You don't actually need to go that high. That's the thing. It doesn't actually need to go to a full extent of a chairlift. It just needs to go. I mean, you wouldn't. By the way, we're talking about this in jest. You cannot do that where we are now because you're right near to the airport fence. If you're going to do that, you'd have to be away from the airport fence. But please don't take that as an encouragement. That's the bird scarers. One of them.
Okay.
The other one is when the gun goes off or the cannon goes off. So that'll be pretty heavy with 4 hours of fuel. Well, more than 4 hours of fuel, but probably a full load of passengers.
Yeah.
Plenty of fuel for 4.5 to 5, maybe 5.5 hours flying, just in case. So that is a good loaded 737-800 off to the Canaries, Tenerife to be precise, where Pete checked earlier, and it's a gorgeous day.
It is. Quite jealous.
The Fuerteventura service is just there. Also, you said there was one over London Control earlier. That can't be far away now,
No.
thinking about it.
Well, I'm just going to have a quick look. So, KLM is
That's the one.
directly over Swindon.
Oh yeah, there you go.
15 minutes she'll be in. And EasyJet is just outside of Slough.
That KLM, you'll see before 15 minutes. I put money on it. I reckon that's probably about 7 minutes away.
Yeah, 390 mile an hour. Certainly,
Oh well, it's still caning it then.
yeah.
What height is it?
16,000.
Oh crikey, okay. I expected that to be a bit lower over Swindon, but there we are. Right, the Jet 2 rear door has been closed and the steps have been pushed away, as you can see, and we're just waiting now. I think the doors are closed. Turn off all mobile devices. Listen carefully to the safety announcement. Blah blah blah. Oh Pete, I'll tell you something great that happened during the week. I had a last week in here. I put myself a picnic chocolate bar. I haven't got one this week.
Have you lost it?
No. So but then I opened it midweek and it was still there, and it was the greatest treat ever.
There's many hidden compartments here.
Yeah. There's lots going on in this particular thing.
Admittedly, I've done that with a set of trousers, and stuck my hand in the pocket, and there was 20 quid.
There you go.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Don't mind that at all. Some good noises coming around
Yeah,
here,
it
isn't
sounds
there?
like there's some excavating going on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it did sound a bit like that. Yeah,
Digging into rock.
groundworks. So that Jet 2, we'll keep our eye on it because they're about to be pushed, I think.
You can hear something light aircraft-wise throttling up as well.
Ah, maybe we'll see a little bit of light aviation in the end then, that'll be good. So I think we're looking at the DHL ground team here for Jet 2, unless they do their own. I don't think that's normal though. Keep forgetting I've got these things in my pocket.
Oh, they're brilliant. They are brilliant. It's surprising how cold it is.
Yeah, it's when you're static as well, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's clearing up out to sea as well. You can see the islands now.
Yeah.
So the steps are going away properly now. Tug will be attached if it isn't already.
Looks like they're doing that in a minute, doesn't it?
Pilot will be making their initial announcement, welcoming people on board, and suggesting that you pay particular attention to the safety announcement, which will be happening as soon as they start moving, I imagine, if it hasn't already started. Oh, Fuerteventura. Have you been to that island? Have you been down to the Canaries?
No.
I can't remember. You've been to Tenerife?
Tenerife,
right.
yeah. Tenerife, Lanzarote.
So
Yeah,
you know, do you remember Lanzarote Landing? Do you remember like the 180?
Yeah.
so Fuerteventura is exactly the same, as is Gran Canaria actually, if the wind is that way, which primarily it is. But Fuerteventura, you go past Lanzarote. It's right. It's almost attached to Lanzarote, so you can see all the planes doing that. If there's traffic going in there, you can see it out the window. It's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, Fuerteventura definitely is a windy island. That means, and it certainly is. But it's quite often a lovely warm wind, sort of blowing across, and you don't begrudge that.
No. To be fair, I'm used to quite a rough landing.
Yeah?
Rapid descent and rapid land.
Right, remind me not to go on a plane with you anytime soon then, in that case.
Yeah, normally you're told you're coming into land, and literally minutes later you're on the deck.
Yeah. Where does that come from then? Where's that? Previous life?
Yeah, military stuff.
Oh, right, okay. We can't talk about it because you'd have to kill us. But
It's obviously you hear divers talk about like blowing the air and popping their ears. Yeah, something very similar.
oh my God, that sounds
similar.
terrifying. I guess a regular flight doesn't alarm you in the slightest then.
No, but this is rapid. Yeah, you've come in sort of 40,000 feet and you want to get down as quick as possible before anyone spots you.
Yeah. Oh
and you're in something big as well.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Mind you, they're designed for that, aren't they? They're designed to be able to dive and land.
C-17 is a monstrous paperweight. How it can just come down, and rather than go forwards and come down, it can just come down. It's you know, like when you brake heavily in the car and the whole ABS. It's almost like that.
Yeah.
Oh, here goes our little light aircraft. Just coming along the runway now.
Thank you. Cut away from Jet 2 for a moment. Bit of general aviation. Lovely day for flying. Maybe some student hours being racked up here. What do you think?
Yeah, could be a lesson.
Bravo Oscar Yankee Hotel. There's that nice turn there. Quite a quick turn for the circuits that they're going to do today, presumably.
Definitely a little bit of wind assistance with that.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
As soon as it turned, you could see it turn, and then gather up some speed as well.
Actually, where are we now? There we go. We can have this just a little bit longer. Oh, lost you behind the fence post. Somebody's definitely bashing the ground up to the south of us here. Right, back on the Jet 2 here. There is a KLM on its way, which won't be too long.
No,
but we'll keep an eye on that.
She is. She can't be too far out.
The KLM always seemed to slow down quickly, so I reckon you could get a wave out of the KLM. We'll see.
We'll give it a go. So KLM is just past Keynsham, arriving in 2 minutes.
Fantastic.
Let's grab the camera and see.
Oh yeah. The telltale dot in the sky any minute. Sorry that we're not able to bring you landings particularly well today, folks. It's just the end of the runway we're at is a certain type of fencing situation.
It's quite nice to have a different perspective.
I always enjoy being up here because even from just looking, rather than looking through there, just looking with your eyes, you've got this close-up view of the runway. We're much closer to the runway. Hi, new to the channel. Sorry, I forget the microphone's over there. Martin Hill's telling us about that Eclipse 552, which is CLRK, was the reg. Gary Lockton, hi, new to the channel, watching from Plymouth. Hi Gary.
Hi, Gary.
How's it going? Hope you're well. Martin Hill said, I think probably about the plane just taken off, the General Aviation. Was that 47 years old? That sounds about right for those light planes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They are pretty well used and looked after.
Yeah, certainly get more mileage out of that than you do a car these days.
Absolutely. That will just sit there. There you go.
I think you need a bracket, don't
I did have a bracket. I managed to lose the vital nut for it that stops it falling off, so it's absolutely useless now.
I have to fire the 3D printer up.
Oh, have you got one of them?
Yeah.
How could you not have a 3D printer? I should have thought about that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, it's great. Like, you can break stuff in a few minutes, draw it up and fix it.
That's brilliant. Pete's website again is pliw.co.uk. PLIW. Have a look at that. There's loads of interesting links on there to all these data sources.
You can see the lights in the distance.
Yes, I can see the. Yeah, that's it. Let's move that around there. Actually, just right. So we'll bring you this arrival. Sorry about that, quick sound setting change there. So what we've got here is a KLM coming in, and it's an Embraer, isn't it?
Yep.
And we will catch that running out this morning.
You reckon we might get a wave?
Well, that's down to you, I reckon.
I think we need a big banner. Wave.
Yeah. Don't worry about air safety. Just concentrate on waving at us. Well, I do seem to remember that actually it was the Swiss Air. The Swiss Air was the one that always used to slow down really quick. We'll see if the KLM has done it. No, he's caning it down here still.
Not sure if that was a wave or not.
No, I don't think so. They weren't having any of it. I think at that point they're still going a bit too quick, aren't they, to do anything safely. That's why being around the other side is great as well, because you can't see any runway operations, but you do get them come right past you.
Yeah. Maybe that's an experiment for next time. 2 cameras.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I have got it is possible for you to go live on your phone.
It might be an option, just have that on a tripod and yeah. So EasyJet from Amsterdam is just outside of Chippenham.
Brilliant.
That's 8 minutes away. EasyJet from Grenoble is just outside of Guildford. That's 29 minutes away. Second EasyJet from Geneva is 31 minutes away, crossing the channel. And there's an EasyJet from Belfast. That's taken off 2 minutes ago. That's 46 minutes away.
Great stuff, Pete, thank you.
That's right. And there's a vehicle coming up the runway.
Oh. They're checking the KLM hasn't left anything behind. Part of the fantastic team here at the airport.
I wonder how many miles they drive in an average shift going up and down.
I know, you can imagine, can't you? It must be an amazing amount. Just going to put the thing back on here, on the Jet 2. I think that might be pushing back very shortly, actually. Give a bit more perspective there. Must be amazing running up and down the runway as well.
Yeah, and I wonder if you are restricted on speed, because that's quite a length and speed is going to do it. Let's have a look at our departure list.
Yeah, Martin was talking about that Piper that took off. It was 47 years old. Still looking good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still putting pilots on their way, you know, to careers or in aviation or hobbies in aviation. Fair play.
And then goes back down.
Yeah, that's it. I think come down the other side now, or eyes on the other side. Quite often do it in pairs as well, I've noticed, from the other side. EasyJet, I think you mentioned it was to Paris. That's got its lights on down there. So that's
Charles de Gaulle. That's due at 10:25, so that's going for final boarding.
Oh, okay, right. I saw something down there with lights on and mistook it for the plane. There's the KLM. We'll watch the doors go up on that one, actually.
That's a shock to the system, isn't it? Because you can feel the cold air.
Yeah, I must admit, I've just suddenly felt a bit chilly. Yeah.
It's like when you go somewhere hot, as soon as that door opens, you can feel the heat, you can smell it. The smell is strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as you land back here, as soon as it opens, you just feel the cold.
The just on the camera there, anybody of you would have noticed that the ground crews were all holding back just for a second because the lights were still flashing underneath the beacon, the safety beacon, and the safety beacon has gone off, and immediately the ground crews are in, the steps are on, and essentially that means the engine is off. Both engines are off, and they've spun down to the point where they're no longer a risk of you being ingested into them, which obviously
just been an incident as well, hasn't there?
Yeah, there's been some horrible incidents over many years with this type of thing.
This one that I saw the other day was passenger.
Yeah.
Managed to get on the airfield.
Just incredible, isn't it? Yeah.
So obviously that's started a chain reaction.
Yeah, absolutely. Mind you, these people have come from Amsterdam, so I don't think that they're going to be particularly shocked by our weather.
It could be very horizontal.
No, they got there. There you go. There's the view. That's
That is
straight
it.
over the fence. Well, actually, that says you could sit. Except it doesn't really lend itself to sitting, does it? A van, because of the way that they're kind of.
I think if I was 4 years old, I could probably sit.
I'm just wondering if you'd have to hold the camera freeform, really, or whether you could somehow get a tripod as well.
What, on top?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could use that.
Yeah.
And use an off-cut carpet so it doesn't scratch.
Oh, that's quite a sensible idea, yeah.
You could put the carpet soft side down, so then you've got the felt backing so that grips.
Oh, full of good ideas.
Clever, isn't I?
He's a bloody engineer, this man.
I've been looking at like all sorts of options, and like you said, like being on top that high, you didn't want to fall.
No. You've got to have a safety considerations, haven't you?
Yes, so I've put a ratchet strap straight away in. A little bit over OTC, but just have a little harness and then you'll attach that ratchet strap.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And then if you do fall,
yeah, you can.
you're still going to stop.
Yeah, yeah. Rear door is open. And I always love the way they go up and the very technical way that they check to see if they can open the door by going knock, knock, knock.
I think that's a new test on all doors, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's a tried and tested method, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, that's it. They've done the rear. Now they're going to go for the front door. Gary Lockton, I visit the spot where you are when my missus drops her son off to see his dad south of France. I enjoy aviation photography. Gary, that's fantastic stuff. Do you publish your stuff anywhere? Do you obviously Bristol Airport Spotting is a great place to put some of that stuff. We'd love to see your work. Always great to see. I love looking through the Bristol Spotting site. There's so many fantastic contributors. Oh, there's one on approach now, which will
that should be
the landing.
The EasyJet.
Passengers now emerging from the KLM. Won't take very long to deboard that one.
So this is the EasyJet from Amsterdam.
Right, okay. That's the second from Amsterdam then.
Yeah.
They do find like you get these clumped departures, don't you, sometimes?
Yeah, it's almost as if one airline's seen the flight being booked and another one's jumped in to capture what's left over.
I do find this amazing that this Jet2 flight to Fuerteventura is boarded and they're just sat there now. So they must have a slot that they've missed, or they've got they were just all super early to board. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've all been on a plane where they say, oh yeah, we're going to be you're going to have to sit here for about half hour and then we'll be off, or whatever. That has happened before.
Yeah. I quite like it. Obviously it happens, but when you have to divert for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And
never had that pleasure, actually.
got diverted coming back from New York. I think one of the best ones was diverted from New York to Goose Bay.
Oh wow.
There was a military base.
Yeah. Where were you heading then?
Coming back to England.
But you had to go to Goose Bay.
So there was a gentleman had a heart attack on the plane.
Oh, that's very sad.
So we had to divert to Goose Bay, and obviously tensions are quite high.
Yeah.
And the whole aircraft was surrounded by Canadian military. It was quite impressive.
My goodness.
So and then fair play, the crew, they were frantically trying to work out because it was a short runway, and we held a full throttler, and we really held, and then we went.
God.
He went and went and went and went.
Did they get you away same day, or did they put you up?
We were there for an hour.
Oh, right, okay, that's good.
They were fantastic.
Who was that with? Virgin?
No, that was British Airways.
British Airways? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
This arrival we will switch the camera around to in a moment. It's just out of view of me for just a second. Let's see if anybody feels like waving today.
We can try.
They can't see me. I am bright green today. I am definitely
you are
visible.
Luminous.
So we are just catching the touchdown, which is nice.
I'll give them a wave. See if we can get anything.
The problem there with EasyJet Airbus windscreens is that they're blacked out a little bit. They've got like I think they've got like a reactive thing on them.
Yeah.
You might get a wave when they go around the other way though. I haven't said that.
I think that might have to be a little test for next time. Is do a setup on the opposite side, even with you on Felton, potentially.
What's that? Sorry, with Felton, yeah.
And then with a camera on the opposite side, so...
Well, if you're up for it, we'll do a test. I'll show you how to do it on your phone.
We can have a bit of an experiment.
We won't be able to communicate with each other unless we've got a sort of separate call going or something, but yeah. Right, I can see a little bit in the there now if you want to try and get them to wave.
I'm probably being looked at thinking I'm strange.
Not doing any. Did you notice the hushed sound of those engines as they come past, the Neo engines? No. Sorry for the camera work, folks. I keep.
There's a light aircraft just taking off as well.
All right, let's turn our attention to that then. Thank you. So handy when you've got a second person doing this, I tell you now.
You do need eyes in the back of your head, I must admit.
Security just going past as part of their regular patrols, as you'd expect. Right, that's any action going on with this Jet 2. We want to see this Jet 2 go. I want to see the set of 4 that you spoke about so long ago.
Well, it would be nice to see where we're at.
EasyJet's
so
going.
This is Future Ventura for 10. Gates are closed.
Oh, that's good.
So,
well, the doors are closed.
Push back soon.
That's been fully loaded about 20 minutes.
So we've had quite a few people give a thumbs up on Facebook.
Thank you very much for that.
Give a rundown. So Richard Betts, Andrew Strudick, Dominic Hall, Jeff Baker, Ben Arrowsmith, Stuart Jeffrey, Mark Wills, Andy HG, Emma Andrews, Patrick Hardiman Richards, Danielle DL, John Williams, Julia Betteridge, Dan Young, Andrew Palmer, James McDermott, Ben Price, Rob Sadler, John Longdon, Andrew Harbley and Paul Aram. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much. And over on YouTube, let us just say... Oh, actually, just before I do YouTube, you mentioned Andy HG.
Yes.
He put some fantastic photos up. I was very fortunate to meet him on one of the very first Planecaster sessions I did over on Felton Common, and he's got some amazing photography.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and also, DC says, hello everyone, just found this channel. DC, welcome to the channel, and hope this will be the first of many visits to our live streams here from Bristol Airport.
Ollie just commented on YouTube as well, saying, will there be a runway switch to 09?
It's a good question. Let's have a look at the SOC.
I'll have a look at Metataf quickly as well.
I mean, you can see why that question is being asked, because that is swinging round slightly.
It is.
We'll keep our eyes open.
Crosswind has crept up a little bit, 4 knots, but we are still... not sure actually. I reckon I've just changed that.
Yeah, that looks like...
I think they have changed.
We're not... unless you can see anything coming around for another angle. Actually, there was something I was expected to have seen by now. Oh no, actually it did just land, didn't it? We'll keep our eyes open. If that's the case, then we will switch our angle a little bit here.
I'm not sure. So Genoble's 7 minutes away. I think they might have, because she's coming across higher. She's coming across up near Yate.
Yes.
So I reckon they have
Yes.
changed the runway to 9.
Yeah. 09 operations. Okay, guys. Well done.
Good spot, Ollie.
Very well spotted, Ollie Crow. And thank you very much for joining us this morning. In which case, I'm going to ask you to bear with me, folks, because I'm just going to swing round the angle. Might come out there, actually.
Yeah. It is on the top platform here. It does slightly look above. I reckon they are going around.
Okay, well that's in that case, let's just.
I'm wondering sometimes for our benefit.
Take your camera.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll just bear with us, guys. We might have a bit of disruption for a second.
So yeah, I reckon they'll cruise through to Avonmouth, Grace Porter's Head, swing round at Clevedon and approach in from Yatton.
Yeah, that's what they do there.
So we might even get a track across. We might. But then saying that, they've just turned.
Are they?
Yeah. So after all that, I'd say they still are coming at 27, yeah.
Are they still in 27?
He's just banked round.
Ah, right, okay. Unless
It's a
they're losing
shame.
time. What height?
4.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
there you
so
go.
it is still 27 then, folks.
Panic
We had our
over.
ropes out then.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll come up here a little bit.
Yeah, it's just got that slight elevation up, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I think if you were exactly there,
Yeah. I think I might.
then can we hold the box and
Yeah, just you just need to. Basically, it's just a trolley on it. Yeah, 2 pairs of hands. That's great. Thank you. Let's go. Ideal. Thank you very much. I don't know why I wasn't here before. I should have.
it's alright like that.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much. Perfect.
Relocation.
Relocation. There you go. Right. What did I do with the? You can use that again now if you need to.
You sure?
Yeah. No worries.
Just done it.
Right. Yeah, Ollie, we were kind of thinking like you there for a minute, but turns out it wasn't. Wendy Hearn just joined. Our grandson is unloading loading bags for KLM Ryanair. Looking out for him. Okay. Oh, I bet we've missed him there.
Sorry,
Mind you,
I
the
missed
bags
that
come
one.
out the other side. So Wendy has just joined the stream because her grandson is unloading loading bags for KLM Ryanair.
Jet 2's pushing back now as well.
Oh, right, it's about time. It's been sat there for ages, isn't it? It's just by the fence post, I'm afraid, folks. Yeah, funny enough, this is where I am normally, on here, so I don't know
Yeah.
why I decided there was a good idea this morning, I think. Senior moment.
Danny, I've got a call coming through. You right, just take my... That's alright, they've gone. I'll ring them back later.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me know if you need that.
Unknown
They're on separate
number.
channels.
If it's important, they'll ring back.
Absolutely.
I'd have been ideal if they had come in on that one.
Yeah.
So just outside of Chew Magna now, so it won't be long.
That would have been the 3rd time I think I've been on air and there'd have been a runway switch. It doesn't happen very often. The lady who's looking for your son, I think the bags have already gone off the KLM, but we'll keep our eyes open for the Ryanair. There is a Ryanair flight boarding now or very soon over here. I know, of course, the bags get loaded from the other side, don't they?
Yeah.
So we're not really the right angle for you today, but I'll keep the camera there for a second. If you spot them, let me know. Tell them to give us a wave if you're in contact with them, and they're not going to get in trouble, obviously. Safety first. Doesn't look like there's too much going on there, does it?
No.
No, that one. Let's go. Jet 2 just being towed to their starting position.
I reckon there's a good couple of feet difference from where we were to up here.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it almost gets you over the hedge.
Yeah, in particular for a 09, it's actually yeah.
Oh, start up, a bit of smoke.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's a looks to me to be an extremely normal 737 startup. That.
Yeah.
I guess what we lose here is some of that runway where they were touching down. I don't think I'll necessarily catch the touchdown now, but that's okay. It's we're at the tail end of the stream now anyway, folks. We did it early today because I need to be back in Cardiff. By the way, you can roll the stream back to the beginning. You'll see a beautiful sunrise.
Oh, it was stunning.
Yeah,
Really nice pink and
some
purple.
really beautiful colours. Although, as I said earlier, red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. Shepherds are not happy. There is one coming in here.
This is EasyJet from Amsterdam.
EasyJet from Amsterdam. There you go. We don't have the greatest view. You can see much more crabbing now, actually, on the approach. You see that?
Second engine on Jet 2's just started as well. More
Oh, you
smoke.
just noticed the smoke, did you?
Oh, you just hear that sort of deepy growl.
Time flies when you're having fun. We've done 3 hours already this morning, Pete.
It flies by, doesn't it?
Yeah. That looks like quite a late arrival onto the runway there. It's a little 319, Pete.
It is stinky.
Can you imagine how silly the 318 looks?
Yeah. It's got a bit of a bounce going on with that as well, hasn't it?
That's the braking, isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone's sort of like working the brake pedal on and off.
I don't think these come with an ABS option, do they?
No.
It's a manual.
So, spoilers and everything being put back to normal. Flaps are being retracted. What a beauty. I love that livery of EasyJet. I think
Just simple and clean, isn't it?
yeah, but just that little bit interesting because of the stripe. The colours are great, but just the stripe does it for me. So that's downhill there, where they are there. So I guess
Yeah.
because you quite often hear them have to put a bit of welly to go up the hill, and they're taking off from 09.
I'm guessing Jet 2 is going to be holding until this one passes.
Oh, is it down there? Is it waiting?
No, it's still
Oh,
on
it's
the
still
path.
there. Right.
Still in the same spot.
Those passengers are like, this is the slowest flight ever.
Yeah.
That's the sound of Pete warming up.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
It's alright.
That wind just blew a little bit then, down the back of your neck.
Yeah, I was expecting it to warm up, not to get colder.
Bit of shooting going on behind us.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Jet 2's on the move now.
Okay, thank you. There's a baggage truck. Is that a baggage? No, it's not a baggage truck at all. I want to try and find this lady's son on the baggage thing. That looks pretty quiet at the minute.
Yeah.
With Ryanair. When it looks a bit more busy, we'll come back to it.
Nothing on the KLM at all.
No, the KLM is it's all loaded, ready to go. What else have we got going on here today? Looks like a southeasterly, yes, I think so. I see there's 61 of you joined us this morning. Thank you very much for being on with us right now here at Planecaster. It's a great pleasure to have your company, and do press that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. It won't cost you anything, but it will help us spread the word. Thank you. Flurry of vehicle activity. Look, there's the ones on the runway there. There's a lot of tails moving. It's quite interesting actually when it sort of picks up. It's been quite sedate this morning, hasn't it? Quite orderly.
It's funny, isn't it? Because it comes in waves.
Yeah. It's nothing like summer though.
No.
Like summer here in the morning was just like
Non-stop.
go. Yeah. It was just madness. Organised madness, though, I might add. Beautifully organised. Right, we'll catch you these departures as they come storming past us on the runway here.
Yeah, it's certainly cleared quite a few aircraft, haven't they?
Gary's back. I've got an Instagram account but no pics from here, only got pics from Lakenheath and Mildenhall. I'm uploading pics from Bristol. Nice one, Gary. Share your Instagram there, and so that people can have a look if you can. I don't know if the YouTube chat allows it, but if you can, that's great. Welcome to those of you who are just joining us here. Time you got to be away, Pete? Have you got a bit longer yet, or?
Yeah, I've got no restrictions. Depends whether you're frozen.
Yeah, a little bit frozen. Oh, we got departure now. That's good.
This should be Jet 2.
Okay. There you go. You can hear that, folks.
That sounded louder for some reason.
Yeah. Sounds heavy.
It does.
That 737's like, if I must, I'll take off. But it was determined to use all the runway.
Almost looks like it's hovering.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. So those passengers will be glad to be on their way, as they've been sat on the runway for about on the apron for about half hour. Boarding was very quick and efficient, so I don't know if they missed their time slot. all is good. They're off to Fuerteventura, and good for them.
Yeah. There's one coming into land now as well.
Right, I'll come back round there in a second. Just while I've got a second, I'm just going to show you. That's, I think, Flatholme Island, because we're up at this height. You can see a little bit more, and oh, it's got a bit misty over in that direction, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Yeah, not too much. You can see over there. It's suddenly got quite misty. Right, let's catch this inbound.
So this is EasyJet from Geneva.
Thank you, Pete.
A320. A young one, 10 years old.
Just a sprightly 10 years old. Fantastic. That's going slower, Pete.
Certainly is.
Give him a wave, give him a wave. No,
No.
not having it. Maybe when it comes round, when it does the 180, maybe we'll get lucky.
So there is an EasyJet on the way from Belfast. It's 19 minutes out.
Okay.
There's another TUI from Geneva, 31 minutes out. We've got EasyJet from Turin, 42 minutes out. There's a Ryanair, also from Turin. That's an hour and 7 away. And then coming across from Spain, we've got EasyJet from Malaga, an hour and a half away, and EasyJet from Alicante, so an hour and 52 away.
Oh.
And there are some others as well. Verona, TUI's just gone live but hasn't taken off yet. There's a Ryanair from Poland. What else we got? Salzburg. We got a TUI. And there's a Ryanair from Bulgaria. That'll be here in 3 hours.
If you want to do your own spotting up here at Winters Lane or Feltham Common, then plenty of action at the airport at the weekends. Lots to see.
We've just missed it. I thought I heard it, but there's just been a Boeing C-17A Globemaster come over.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's over Bath now.
I have caught that landing at Stansted. There's a video on the channel. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I think I have actually.
Yeah, and I was very lucky to catch it landing at Stansted. Aviation Hunters, good morning to our favourite Bristol streamer. I hope you're keeping warm, Danny. Oh, it's lovely to hear from you guys. Hope you're going well. These guys are going to be live from Heathrow, I think, if I saw it correctly, at 12:30. But do correct me, guys. And safe journey up the M4. It is somewhat nippy here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, there's 40 mile an hour roadworks on the M4 at the minute as well, just before Reading.
Yes, yeah. It starts 50 and then it's down to 40, isn't it?
Yeah, and the cameras do work.
Yes. You found that out?
I saw plenty of people getting flashed.
Ah, right, okay.
So, yeah, it's horrendous.
There's a slight bit of baggage action on that Ryanair, so I'm just going to keep it there, just in case Wendy sees her grandson. DC says, my sister is due on the 11:05 on TUI. She is aircrew.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so 11:05. Do you know which one that is? So you just went through them all, and I completely have failed to match up.
Let's have a look.
Oh, I'll try and hang on for that if we can, but it'll be the last one.
11:05 is Geneva.
Geneva TUI.
Yeah.
Okay. Morning.
So I'm guessing. Yeah, so currently she's just over the English Channel and it's a 737 MAX 8.
Okay, lovely. Oh, now there's a bit of baggage handling going on over there. Is that who we're looking for, Wendy? Let us know. Big group of people going for a walk this morning, going for a lovely country walk. Enjoying these wonderful views by the airport as well.
You got this one taken off.
Oh right, okay. They've immediately gone into safety mode there.
yeah, I
As
suppose.
I'm sure you did as well. It's a parent thing, isn't it? Right, here's a Embraer takeoff for you, KLM.
Yep, so this is off to Amsterdam.
Lovely takeoff there. Enjoyed that. Right. What else can we get? So that EasyJet's definitely been put in the naughty corner, isn't it? Like,
Outside, out of mind.
yeah, it's like, I don't know what it's done wrong. Let's have a look at the registration of that one. That's Bravo X-Ray. What have we got? Let's go back to that Ryanair. I want Wendy to see her grandson.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that absolutely would be cool. DC, we'll try and make that your last, our last action of today. I was probably going to disappear soon, but we'll try and hang on a little bit longer. Not sure whether this iPad's going to hang on longer. It's only on 20% battery.
I've got. You're quite welcome to borrow this battery pack.
Oh, it's USB-C.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. But also, I've got loads on here, so I've got 87% on that.
I think I've got a USB-C lead in the car.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it's one of the new ones, isn't it?
It's a mini.
Oh, could you?
That's why I can't afford to buy any mobile connections. To get the stream better. One thing at a time, I reckon.
I've got an idea actually. I'm gonna.
If I know Pete, he's already burying an internet lead from his house. An Ethernet lead coming down the M5.
I do think I can actually see Portishead from here.
Oh, not line of sight. That'd be good. There you go, line of sight.
Yeah, I've done.
Because that works really well, actually. Line of sight Wi-Fi apparently works excellent.
Before like decent broadband was available, it was something I used to do.
Right.
Was run my own WISP, wireless internet service provider.
Fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
That's so you're down there somewhere in Clevedon?
No, Portishead.
Portishead, sorry, which is that one, isn't it? That bump?
I think I'm more over on the right.
Yeah. Oh, more that way.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because line of sight internet actually does work really well. I know a radio station down in Torquay who I used to work with, and they've used line of sight extremely successfully. Microwave stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's surprising what you can do and stuff.
Well, the Ryanair is boarding. I can't remember where that Ryanair is going to. Do you?
I can have a look.
Sorry.
No, not at all. I think for next time I'll have a hot setup. Ryanair is going to Poland. Krakow.
Oh, right.
Final boarding.
Aviation hunters have said, please make sure to smash the like and subscribe button to support Danny. And Pete, it's completely free and it helps keep the channel, and it helps the channel out. Absolutely right. Can't say it better myself. Thank you very much, gents.
Yeah, thank you for the shout out. I'm just here supporting Danny. Anyone else is more than welcome to turn up and do the same.
Doing a fantastic job as well, Pete. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Danny.
Really appreciate it. It's good to have your company here. It's yeah, so if you like your action from Heathrow, Aviation hunters have got your back, because I'm pretty sure they're on their way up to there now. and starting on a 12:30 stream, which is what I'm sure I saw. But again, Aviation Hunters, please do feel free to correct me if I've got the time wrong. But if you go onto their channel and subscribe, you will see exactly when they're on from Heathrow.
So obviously we are staying around for a bit, Danny, so we've got a few departures coming up. So we've got EasyJet off to Edinburgh,
Yeah,
their final boarding.
fantastic.
There's an EasyJet to Geneva, that's also final boarding. And both of them have got the same time slots,
Oh,
so that could be interesting.
yeah.
And then obviously the Ryanair is off to Poland, Krakow. That's at 11, and that's final boarding as well.
Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. Okay, well, it's been a very good morning here. I've enjoyed the action this morning. It was very, very dark at 7 AM, wasn't it?
It was a bit. There should be some arrivals as well.
Starting to get to the point where we'd be in that, but we want to catch that 11:05 definitely
Absolutely.
for DC. So Aviation Hunters have said about Bravo X-Ray, the EasyJet in the Nautical, has been stuck at Bristol for 4 days now. No scheduled routes for the next 7.
Oh, I wonder if it's gone tap.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh the way that it's been put there.
It is definitely wedged.
It's like you go. If you're not going to play, then you can go over there and just sit by yourself and think about long and hard about your actions.
So Gary's just posted the name for his Instagram regarding his photos.
Yep.
So it's Gazman2024. That's for his Instagram.
Thank you for that. Check that out, Gazman 2024 on Insta, for some amazing aviation photography. Thank you very much for that one, Gaz.
Oh wow! I'm gonna. I've just sent you a request, but I'm just showing Danny as well and having a look ourselves.
Oh wow!
Oh, red arrows.
And some military stuff to keep you happy as well. I think.
It's like being back at work. Oh wow! Nice.
Hope you got a nice Saturday lined up, folks. YouTube's definitely got you covered if you need some aviation action, that's for sure.
Yeah, I certainly think I will be watching as well.
They got a great position at Heathrow, Aviation Hunters, and they've got the height as well. So yeah, they always bring some great shots.
If I do get a chance, I might have a quick fly later with the drone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got a little project I want to test on it as well. So yeah, if it's possible, if I've got enough time, we'll go have a play.
What do you? Which one do you fly? Is it?
I fly a mix, to be fair,
Right.
but in this instance, I'm just going to use my little Mini 4, well, Mini 4 Pro.
You got a Mini 4. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now that is a beautiful bit of kit.
It's from what I started with to what they do now. It's unreal.
Yeah. I had an Air 1 and I remember how different the Air 2 was, which I
Yeah.
should never have bought because I only used it once before selling it. But yeah. Battery, we don't normally stay on this long so that the battery runs out, but we've had to switch over to a different battery. We are still here, don't worry.
Yeah, battery just dropped out then. But yeah, the Mini 4 Pro is fantastic.
Yeah, wonderful bit of kit.
You know, just everything's there, it does it all.
It just goes. There it goes. You get no signal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alex Jane, morning guys. I'm still sick, so happy to be joining the stream. Hope you're well today. We're great. Thank you very much, Alex Jane. I'm hoping that you're on the mend.
Yeah, get well soon.
Yeah, all the best from us. Sorry about the quick outage there. Battery run out. Doesn't normally happen because I'm not normally on this for a stream length of this sort of time. But we're enjoying ourselves today, aren't we?
It's good. It really is good.
We're, when did we start? We started 3 hours 22 minutes ago with a beautiful sunset rise.
That's not bad going, considering how cold it is on that battery.
Yeah, I mean the other main battery is showing 52%, but the camera one won't last too long, I don't think, with this smaller battery. Got 3 out of 4. Hopefully we can make it to 11, which is only a quarter of an hour away, 20 minutes away. 11:05. Try and catch that arrival for DC there. Right, Wendy, I don't know if you've seen that your grandson doing his thing. No other Ryanairs in at the minute, so it's going to be there or bust, I would imagine.
It can't be long, I reckon, if they're boarding it.
Here comes someone, look, doing some baggage. Package truck handling. Quite a zoom there, we are quite a long way we're looking at, so it's not the greatest definition, but whoops. And we're going through a fence.
We are. Can you change your lens on this camera? Was it fixed?
Fixed, but I believe you can add something to it.
I see, like a telephoto converter.
Yeah, I believe so. Not an expert though.
No. Well, I've often debated about that for the camera, but
well, your pictures look great. It's got quite a lens on it already, though, isn't it?
yeah, it's
a beast on there.
yeah. It's a 55 to 300, and typically I'm all the way in.
Oh, that's
when you see some of the expert photographers there, they've got sort of the cameras you see at the football matches with the big lenses, and
I've got one taken off now. Well, I've seen Andy HG's very big one, if he doesn't mind me saying. It was very impressive. He was waving it around on the common. He takes some great shots with that.
So this is our EasyJet from Bristol to Paris.
I'm glad you said from Bristol.
A320.
And you will note from that noise that it's definitely not a Neo.
Yes.
Screeching off, that one was.
It certainly made itself known, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I think EasyJet to Edinburgh, that's now showing on tracking.
Okay, good stuff.
So that one,
that's probably our best view from this angle of anything that's happening, apart from down there, as you can see. Oh, there's something pushing back. That's the one you said, Edinburgh, I believe.
yeah.
There's a whole mishmash of things moving down there.
Well, what's interesting, that was the EasyJet to Paris. Has just left now, but it was departed at 10:25.
Oh right, okay.
So there's been a bit of a delay. And the KLM to Amsterdam was also 10:25, which went on time. So yeah, we should be looking at an EasyJet to Edinburgh and an EasyJet to Geneva.
Fantastic.
Geneva, sorry, Geneva.
We've just had a new destination for you.
Yeah.
Get a
Sorry,
press
guys.
release out.
Where are we going today?
Gary says, how often do you go to Bristol? Would be great to meet up. I could get the coach from Plymouth. Love road trips. So I could even get my missus to drop me off. She goes shopping in Bristol. I wonder if you could come up while we're doing a session, Gary. While we're actually doing this, we try and do it once a week. There won't be one next week due to my doing the sub crawl in Glasgow. So it's not a very good reason not to be doing a stream, frankly. But I'm afraid that's about the size of it.
It might be worth consulting with the missus, find out when she wants to go shopping, and say, right, I'm off to Bristol.
Yeah. See if she'll drop you off by the by Felton Common, which is where we normally are.
Or if needs be, we do a trio. You'll be coming past Gordano Services, Junction 19.
Yeah.
And obviously that's my neck of the woods.
I generally pop in there, actually. Yeah.
Be able to offer a lift.
Gary, drop us an email to contact@planecaster.uk. Contact@planecaster.uk. And we'll see if we can get something organised. There's an engine starting up for you. That sounds like a Neo engine. It means that very low buzz first, and then you'll hear it go up.
There's something coming into land as well.
Yes. That's not the 1105. That's actually the Belfast International flight, I believe. I see that because I can actually see my pop-up has just gone.
Yeah.
So Neo engines are very interesting. If you go on a Neo, you'll notice the start-up time's longer, and they have to allow a little bit of time, depending on if the plane has been in and going out straight away. They need a little bit of time just for the engines to run, and that's for thermal reasons, and it just straightens out the blades, apparently, or something like that. Okay, maybe that wasn't the an engine then. It was just switched off. Lovely A320 Neo here. I think we said Newcastle on that one. And if indeed that is from Newcastle, don't forget to check out our friends Plain Sailing Aviation, based at that airport, bringing you great streams from there. Mark and Eddie.
Let's have a look and check where this TUI flight is as well.
Yeah, that'll be our last one today, folks. We just want to catch that one because one of our viewers has, I think he said it's his sister, didn't he? As flight crew.
Okay, so she is just passing Newbury at the moment.
There you go.
They are descending as well.
And that will be a nice...
EasyJet is moving on the runway as well.
Oh, fantastic, thank you. That'll be a nice view of a 737 MAX when that one lands, the 2E1. Maybe get your sister to wave out one of the windows. We won't see her, of course. So we never seem to see anybody do it through the windows. Especially EasyJet cabin windows, like cockpit windows, seem really sun protected.
Yeah.
Just keeping an eye if there's one departing, did you just say?
Yeah, I saw him coming round. Which is EasyJet to Edinburgh.
Taken off, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. There's that EasyJet.
18 minutes until TUI arrives.
Okie dokie. At our aim for the time we'll be disappearing today. We won't have much battery to do any further anyway, I'm afraid, folks, but I'm due back in Cardiff by midday, so well, It'll be a little bit after midday now. But we've had a great time this morning. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. It's brilliant to have your company. And yeah, just hopefully make sure you press the subscribe button, and we'll see you. You'll see the notifications on when we're on air in future as well, so that'll be great. There will be some short videos coming up next week because I'm flying with EasyJet out of here on Thursday. If any spotters are spotting in the evening, I'd love to see my takeoff, or on video or photo or whatever, but I know it's a bit of a weird ask on that time of a work evening, but I'm also landing back on the Sunday about 4ish, I think, something like that, from Glasgow. Right, as you can hear, a departure. They all seem to be having quite a smooth departure. We need to invent a talkback system then if we're going to have you at a separate location.
Yeah.
Anything to invent some more tech.
I reckon there's a way and means of doing it.
For those of you who just joined us, Pete is massively clever with a lot of the tech that you can use to pick up various things like ADS-B signals and satellite signals and shipping tracking. I noticed you had a radiation monitor as well going on.
Yeah, so the Porter's Edge station is ADS-B, L-band, Inmarsat, radiation, Arcus data, airband.
Yeah.
and radio sondes as well, which is weather balloon.
Radio sonde, that's it. That was the other one you were mentioning. Yeah, there's loads of stuff. Have a look at his website. It's pliw.co.uk. pliw.co.uk. Anyway, so we'll be busy plotting how we can make this even more complicated. Why do things simple? Gary says, thanks for a great live. Hopefully catch up with you soon. All the best, Gary. Thank you. DC says she's over Reading, apparently. That's his sister, I believe. Yes, sister. There you go.
Yeah, it's never a problem. It's just a challenge.
Yeah, no, absolutely. If you saw the complexity of the app system that I'm writing for the new overlays that I want to bring you, so far there's an API built, there's a data store which is separate to the API, there is a control app, there is an overlay app, so that's not bad going, is it?
No, not at all.
None of them work. the version 2 stuff, none of them fully work, but they're all kind of proof of concept is there and working.
You're looking at right now, yeah.
Looking at, yeah, a bit skewed by the fence, by that camera, unfortunately, but there you go, it's a bit of that. Alex James says, thank you both, and thanks to Pete for sharing his knowledge with me and my husband.
Yes, yeah, they messaged me in the week. It was
fantastic.
Yeah, so yeah, they're. I think there's a project building their end.
Oh, brilliant! Love it. See.
Yeah, and it means more data to the network of trackers, so better coverage.
That's the beauty of setting one of these up. It is relatively easy, relatively inexpensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And actually, once you've done that, you're feeding into a massive network, and you're improving. It could be argued that you're improving aircraft safety.
You are. So various air traffic controllers are now starting to use some of these themselves and the platforms. So Flight Aware, Flight Radar, for example.
Yeah.
And yeah, you never know what happened. One day it might be you and your little station grouped together, helping an aircraft operate in an airport.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it comes down to. So, and you know, the more information there is out there about where aircrafts are, the more, you know, accurate position information it means there's less chance of any mishaps in the air.
I got a sneaky feeling DJI this year, the Mini 5, dare I say, is going to be ADS-B transmitting.
Yeah, because didn't the American ones do that anyway?
There was something they were doing. Yeah, they were doing the UART and the FLARM.
Yeah. Oh yeah, UART. That's it. That's the.
Yeah, I believe some official is going to appear this year, so that would be interesting. There's a lot of bleeping on the vehicle over there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's probably multiple things reversing, flying around.
So this Ryanair's on the move.
Yeah, we've got that, and yeah, really, we're waiting for this 11:05. We will look forward to seeing the TUI Max land.
So the TUI is just outside of Tor Martin. We got 8 minutes until their arrival. And we got enough juice to get us there.
Yeah, I just checked the. It's the camera that's the restricted part. So yeah, we're okay. We're okay. I'm glad
the temperature doesn't help, does it? It makes batteries deplete quicker.
Yeah, that one, I've never run that out before, so that's pretty impressive.
Oh, the camera battery?
Yeah, yeah. Pretty impressive, actually, to have run it out. That's the reason both me and Pete are kind of laughing at that is that's the sound of a Tesla that's just come past. It's sounding extremely rattly and squeaky.
It did, didn't it?
I kind of had expected it just to come past with a little bzzz, but it sounded ropey.
Yeah, it sounded quite rough.
Sorry if you're watching.
Yeah.
Dish your car. It didn't mean that in a personal way. It's just it was quite surprising. This Ryanair is taxiing at a very sedate speed compared to most Ryanairs.
Not in a rush, are they?
It is 11 o'clock across the UK. Good morning. Hope you're well. You're watching Planecaster. Pete's here with me today, and we've had a great time. We've watched lots of stuff taken off today. We've had some nice chats with people online, and we'll be looking to do it all again soon. Not next weekend though, I'm afraid.
The lights on that EasyJet have come on as well.
Down there, yeah, that's moving as well, isn't it? Yeah. So might get a couple more movements before we see the 11:05 come in then.
That, what have we got? So that's the EasyJet to Geneva.
Another unauthorised flight here, Pete. Have a look on the camera.
Oh,
Yeah, on the phone. I can't zoom in. There he is.
Quite happy.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, gone.
Right. Sorry, folks. So we're out to focus again.
So the TUI is just starting to make its approach in. We got 3 minutes on that.
Lovely stuff.
And she's just banking around just outside of Keynsham.
Terrific stuff. We've got one on the roll now, which we will catch. Christ, that was nearly the wrong side of that wire. It would have been an absolute disaster.
That's Danny nearly tripping over his umbilical cord.
Yeah. That one's picking up a little bit more turbulence actually than we've seen so far today. You can see the wings rocking a bit.
quite a bit more smoky, that one as well.
Yeah, those 737-800s definitely have a bit more of that going on. The older ones. Not quite like the old days.
No, no.
The Goblin parking team makes their pass by for the umpteenth time today, as we've seen them. It's taking their customers down to the terminal, picking up other customers, I should say, not new customers.
Looks like this EasyJet's also lining up to take off as well.
Good stuff. Let's have a look. Yes, you're right. I can see it turning onto the runway through my extremely restricted view.
For about 4 fences and ducking under them. I can just see the lights for the TUI in the distance as well.
Fantastic. You dropped your thing there as well. You dropped your
hand warmer.
Dropped your heat. Don't drop your heat.
No, it just started going cold actually.
Give them a shake. I bet you they'll come warm again.
Yeah, I've done that earlier.
I don't know what the deal is with them or quite how they work, but they're brilliant. And you say the lights are 2 behind us, are they?
Yeah, it's about probably half a foot just above the fence from where we are.
Okie dokie. Let's swing round for that then. DC, thank you for letting us know about that today. This will be our last movement of the day, and your sister is, I believe you said cabin crew on this. Whoops, let's keep it there. Lovely 737 MAX 8. Definitely a bit of crosswind visible now, much more now than we saw earlier. That's Tango Uniform Mike Golf 737 MAX 8 for TUI DC. Hope you were able to catch that one. That's your sister on board as cabin crew on there.
I'll any photos I've taken of today I'll put on the Bristol Spots Facebook page, so please help yourself to them.
Fantastic. Right, I'm going to zoom in on, just in case they know that we've got cameras here today, might give us a little wave.
Did we get wave or not?
No. It's much better over the other side because you get spotted.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on
Whereas
that level
here,
then, aren't you?
Yeah, here I think across the field there we're not that visible. Well folks, what a fantastic day. Thank you very much. So much for joining us. Pete, go stand there a minute. I'm just going to see if you can give people a wave goodbye. That's Pete. He's been providing all the information and tech today and talking to us about all manner of really interesting things. And if I can borrow your mic, I'll just do a quick... I'll just quickly swing round. Thank you very much. I'll swing round and say goodbye. Thanks ever so much, folks. It's been... good God. Too much there. Nobody wants to see me that... Oh, nice one. There you go. Thank you ever so much for joining us at Planecast here today. We've had a great time at Bristol Airport. Aviation Hunters, I'm pretty sure, are on at 12:30 from Heathrow. Make sure you switch over to those guys for all the Heathrow action this afternoon. And it's just been brilliant welcoming new subscribers and new people who didn't know we're here. We are normally here every week, but next week we won't be because I'm going to do some important Glaswegian research of local drinking venues to see how many Diet Cokes I can have in was it 15 stops I said?
15
yeah,
stops
15 Diet Cokes
on
around
the 4-foot track
around the the tiny Glasgow subway. But for now that's it from us. Keep an eye on the channel. We do post details of our next stream on there all the time, and you'll see plenty of communications going on there. For now though, goodbye. Thanks very much for joining us. Bye.